Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to episode 7 of Cursebreakers, where 6 intrepid adventurers try to break the curse upon the land, the curse of Strahd. I'll quickly go around and have everyone introduce themselves, starting with Cam because he was late.
Hi, I'm Cameron. I also play Cassandra in Roll for Story. Today I'm going to be playing as Cade, the lovable Asmar Paladin.
And then Chris.
Hello, I am playing Eos, the human cleric of life.
And Tank.
Hello, I'm Tank. I'll be playing Hellweir, the human fighter rogue.
And Jamie.
I'm Jamie and I play Elias the Bard.
And Kirsty.
Hello, I'm Kirsty and I play Raven the Rogue.
And finally, last but not least, Steph.
Hi, I'm Steph. I'm going to be playing Porky the Barbarian.
Right, and as a quick summary of what happened last time, the party finished dealing with the troubles at the winery, found out that they've only dealt with the more primary of the issues, ones that were obvious. But found out that 3 magical seeds have been stolen, 2 of which the locations are known of, the third is unknown. With that, they travelled back, carting 6 barrels of wine, 1 which was delivered to the Vistani, and whilst doing so, Raven and Hellweir snuck off to speak to Casimir, who is essentially Strahd's former brother-in-law, and found out about a place called the Amber Temple, where he believes there may be a way of breaking Strahd's pact and freeing this land from the curse, as well as reviving his sister. The party also delivered 3 barrels back to Valarki, to the inn, and handed in a couple of other quests, getting themselves a bit more equipment, some information, and they also met Blinsky, who is possibly Alias's favourite person in character, where they basically, you saved 1 barrel for a town. So you delivered 1 to the Vistani, 3 to here, and I believe you've got 2 left.
Yeah, this. What's it called?
Yeah. And you also found out, or decided to go and visit the Wachter family, where we got Eos's first audition to become part of Elias and Hellweir's band.
Oh dear.
And he was invited to join a book club.
In air quotes.
Yeah, and another quick thing, actually, whilst I'm thinking about it. Back in Blinsky's, there was 1 doll which he wouldn't sell. It was held in place for someone, and it appears to be a doll that resembles Irina. Blinsky doesn't appear to know the name. He refuses to say who it's for, but he denies that it is Strahd. So we left off with Eos about mid-afternoon, I think, in the Wachter house. So I'll move you guys over to that map, even though for the most part I don't think anyone will be able to really see it much. Here we go. Right, so you've been invited to come back at 9 this evening for a book club. That is all you know, apart from this woman appears to want to overthrow the mayor or the burgomaster.
Well, it's been lovely meeting you, and I'll be sure to come along to the book club. You said I could invite a friend as well?
Yes, just one for the time being. If you do well enough, then perhaps I'll let you invite more, darling.
Excellent. Well, I look forward to reading with you guys. I'll get up, give a bow, and start to make my way out, I guess.
And the man will lead you to the door. And right, where the rest of the party have waited for you. He closes the door behind you.
And then
And
we strike.
And with that, I will take you back to the town map.
Well, I'm still alive.
Thank God. What did you find out?
Well, let's go a little bit further down the street, shall we? Maybe even all the way back to the tavern. I don't like prying ears.
How late was it?
It's about mid-afternoon, and the meeting's not till 9. So
Okay.
you have got a bit of time if you want to do anything, but you want to go back to the tavern to
Drink.
discuss things and drink. So I will take you over to the tavern map.
I need a drink after. Maybe we can even tap into the wine.
Was it that bad?
Well, it wasn't what I was expecting. That's all I'll say. Until we're back safely. Where are we?
So you guys are
Okay.
here. And there. And
So, do you want the good news or the bad news, I guess?
Bad news first, I guess?
Bad news is that the Wachter family want Strahd to take over, Valaki.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and the good news?
Our suspicions are confirmed, and they don't suspect us. And we are invited, well, me and someone else, are invited to go back to them for a little book club.
It's a party, isn't it? And we're not invited.
No, it's likely some sort of meeting between spies on how to remove the Burgermeister from his seat of power.
Well, what
Why?
do we want more? To eradicate Strahd sympathizers, or do we want to de-seat the Burgermeister?
I don't think either are doing a particularly good job here in this town, but it's a hard one to say. Burgermeister is obviously trying a bit too hard, and his methods aren't even working. Whereas the other one is probably even worse. They just want to kill the Burgermeister, and then of course have Strahd come in and take over.
What if we go along with the plan, and as it comes up to the point of actually doing the plan, we rat them out and turn on them?
I raise my eyebrows and look to the rest of the group to gauge their reaction.
Or we could just leave the whole situation alone. We have a whole load of other jobs. Why stick our necks in this business?
Because evil people working alongside an evil being is still evil.
Exactly.
Well, no, I get that, but if we're going to try and stop Strahd, getting mixed up in this is going to make it harder.
No,
Right.
but the Wok family, as far as I'm aware, have quite a bit of influence.
And we're stuck here until after this all takes place anyway.
So what are you
Well, I
saying?
mean,
Go
I'll-
along. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I'll just go along with whatever you guys decide in the end, so...
The problem is we don't want to get too involved and too strung out, fighting on different fronts, because otherwise it's just going to collapse.
I just want to make sure the people here are safe. And I don't feel comfortable with either one here. Either
Well-
the...
Yeah, go on.
I was going to say, I don't feel safe with the Wachter family pulling strings behind the... Well, behind the dark, and especially if they're Strahd sympathizers. I can't just do nothing.
Well, have we heard of Strahd actually leaving his castle to deal with anyone who uprises?
Have I? Keo?
From you know that he has not so much for up. Well, you've heard of one time where he wiped out all the females of the Dusk Elves because of one
Right.
murder. You've also heard that he left his castle purely to basically try to court Irina.
Okay, yes. Usually when he leaves his castle, it's not just on a friendly visit. It's usually a purpose involved. And some of the times, that can be an extreme.
But it's usually a personal matter. I doubt very much that he's going to come all the way down here, out of the safety of his home, for a bunch of pawns.
That's foreshadowing, if ever I've heard of it.
I mean, if we don't do anything, I'm sure the power of happiness will save this town.
Give him a glare. Roll my eyes.
You hear a sarcastic laugh from Irina. Even if Strahd doesn't come himself, there are still sympathizers and other creatures. He does not need to come himself to exact vengeance.
Well, I mean, if he comes down here or sends people down here, doesn't that put you at risk?
Exactly. However, there are ways and means of dealing with people. If someone has one dark secret, it's possible they have more. And to be honest, this burgomaster and his methods reek that he has his own secrets. Perhaps it is possible to destabilize them both and put someone better in power. Better for the town.
That would be the best case scenario.
I appreciate your vote of confidence, Irina, but I've got other places to be. I don't want to be running this town. It's not for me.
Well,
So-
I've always thought that a good song might keep them going. They seem to enjoy happiness.
Please don't encourage him. For the love of God, the man's holding a stuffed toy.
They are figurines. Thank you very much.
Isn't there a church in this?
She's staring at one of the dolls which she's only just noticed with a glare and is almost like her hand is on her sword at her waist.
Is it the ventriloquist dummy that looks like Strahd?
Yeah.
I was going to say the Strahd one.
Well, Helwer, Raven, what do you think of this matter?
As I still stick with what I said, I think if we try and take on too much at once, it's going to collapse, and we're going to be stuck fighting a battle on all fronts.
So
Yeah, we're not strong enough to deal with everything at once.
So we don't try and destabilize them both, but we pick one or the other.
I think we need. Now, I know people aren't going to like, but I think we need to look at a lesser of two evils decision for now.
Yeah. And then if we want to come back and finish off the job,
Well, yeah, exactly. We can come back and finish off the job at some point. But it's just which one would be the lesser of two evils? Strahd's sympathizers or the guy who puts kids in stocks and wants everyone to be happy?
What about you, Raven?
To be quite frank, I really don't know. There's an awful lot going on as it is, and it's another thing to add to the pile. And the way I see it, we're going to come out worse for wear either way. We
Why don't-
either anger Strahd and potentially have his minions come after us, or we get stuck trying to get out of this place because we've gone and upset the people here.
Why don't we tip off the guard?
The guard are working for the Burgermeister.
The guard are in the Burgermeister's pocket.
That's what I mean. Tip off the guard of what the Wachter family are aiming to do, and then we could sit back and watch it unfurl.
I mean, maybe even we could try and convince the Burgermeister to change his ways.
Currently, we don't know what they're planning. I'd need to go to this book club meeting to know exactly when they choose to strike.
From
Yeah.
what we've heard of the Burgermeister, is more likely to be 30 degrees in this place, and they sell ale than he changes ways.
Well then, how about this? If we go to the Burgermeister and find out what his intentions are, we might even get a good favour after we slaughter the wolves for them. Find out what his motive with the town is, how he feels towards the people, see if maybe something else might be behind why he's treating his people like shit. If all intentions are good, we tip off the Wok family. Wok family gets caught, they get XYZ the other, and then we go from there. Because ultimately, in my eyes, the Wok family needs to go. Priority.
I agree.
It's one step
If-
forward, Strahd.
If we do go to the Burgermeister before the Wachter's book club, it's probably not best that Eos goes, because if Eos gets seen going to the Burgermeister, it might come across like a double cross.
Then potentially we need to send somebody else to the Oh, do you mean send somebody else to the Burgmeister? And
Yeah,
send us?
so-
Yeah.
So the Wachter family doesn't suspect.
Well, Eos, who do you want to take to the Wok family?
I look around the table.
As you're looking round, Eos,
Yeah.
Grab hold of Elias's hand.
I'm
and
just
pull
going
him
to check that I'm remembering this correctly. Yeah, I think you're the only one who has this. You, out of the corner of your eye, and you're the only one who notices this, notice someone peeking in through this window here.
God. Okay.
And it's a familiar face.
Uh-oh. Who?
Blinksky.
It is the man who opened the door for you at the Wachter house.
What the hell? He's literally spying on us right now.
From the sort of positioning it appeared, you don't think he can probably hear you,
Right.
but he's certainly watching, but he doesn't seem to notice that you've noticed him yet.
Okay.
What's wrong, Eos?
No, I don't let on anything
Okay.
right now. In fact, I would probably just say... Oh god, I'm just gonna get up from my seat, finish my drink, and say, I'll be going alone, and I immediately just walk away until I'm like, is this the window he's looking through?
Yeah.
And then I'll go up to like here, so I'm like out of line of sight of him.
Yeah.
And then when I get to there, I then suddenly spin around on my heels and kind of give a nod with my side of my head, like towards the window. And then I put my fingers up to my lips.
I'm so tempted to be like, I turn around. No.
But I think we need a refill of wine.
Okay.
I'll go up to the bar and order wine for everyone.
It's currently on the house for you guys, as you
Yeah.
delivered it,
nice.
so
Kinda like-
Just get some wine for everyone and bring it back.
He fills a pint flagon of each of them for you.
I say it's perhaps we should conversation later, and I'll walk upstairs and out of the actual
And-
scene.
With
Okay,
that
I will
tip
put
off,
you upstairs.
with that tip off, I make it seem like we're just having nice, fun festivities, and I jump on the table and play my instrument.
Yep.
Nothing strange is going on here.
Yep, roll me that performance check.
Can I roll an insight on Eos?
Yep.
To
You certainly
see.
can. Pretty damn good performance. You get a nod of approval from the barman.
Yeah.
Nobody else is here at the moment, so.
Did she give any kind of hint to follow?
No, I just the main emphasis was let's continue this conversation later.
Okay, later.
Yeah, but if you want to roll an
It's
insight
going on
to
forever.
interpret more, you can.
Sorry, that was two people at once.
Yeah, at least then he's not going to be standing there staring at us forever. You know, wait
Yeah.
for him. I'm kind of waiting for him to piss off, and then we'll continue.
Okay.
As I'm dancing around the table, am I still able to spot him?
Roll me a perception check.
Just to see. Come on, don't fail me. No, never mind. No,
Nope, you can't see him.
Wow.
he is a sneaky bastard.
Yeah. Would anyone else like to try to look?
Sure, I'll just give a side glance.
I'm wondering if Porky is smart enough to have known what Eos was on about in the first place.
You can roll me an insight check if you like. See if you got that.
19?
Yeah, you definitely got what he was putting down.
Alright, in
She
which
was putting
case-
down. Someone was looking through the window, and it wasn't safe to continue talking. Raven, you are the only one who manages to see them, and they're still there at the moment.
Okay.
Just going to continue my drink.
Just gonna continue playing.
If that's the case, Porky might get up and sort of gesture to Raven. Dance?
He looks at her shocked. He's just like, "What?"
A better way to put off someone who's spying.
Oh, he'll take the opportunity, even if it is just a ruse.
All right, both of you roll me a say performance checks for your dancing.
Oh my god.
Damn, he's a bit rusty.
Whereas
Porky just lifts you off your feet and is just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
dancing with a toddler.
Yeah, Porky's doing like probably some tribalistic barbarian ancestral dance moves there, and Raven's trying to match, but it's just like, what? I've never seen you move like this before.
Well, of course, he's been more trained for like the waltz and things like that,
Yeah.
not tribal dancing. But he's trying to go along with it.
Yeah, Irina's just watching you, just like, what the hell are you doing?
I got to them. I finally got to them.
I'll offer my hand to Irina.
Irina takes the hand. Performance check for your dancing. She is not a very good dancer, Rose, but you more than make up for it.
First nut 20 of the night.
Yep. Anyway. Alright, so is there anything anyone else would like to do?
Yeah, I'm just staring at them all like blank faced. It's like another round, I guess, for me.
Yeah, and you're
I'm
just like,
joining.
you're the only one with a dance partner.
It's just kind
I'm gonna go over, just like grab him by the scruff of the neck and drag him off with everybody else. But going to a festival, you need to get into the spirit.
I
This is a
don't
war.
know how to dance.
It's just copy everybody else. It's not hard.
I'll teach you, Cade.
Oh god.
Can I attempt to teach Cade how to dance?
Yes, roll me another performance check, and Cade, roll me an insight check. See if you can read the movements.
What's
Not
the D&D equivalent
bad.
of the cha-cha slide?
No.
Yeah, as far as you're aware, you're just like, well, what use is this in battle? This is completely useless to me.
I pull a dagger out at Hellwyr's advances. It's like, don't go that way, pal.
Think of it this way. Technically, when you fight, it is a sort of dance. You are with an
Yeah.
opponent.
Except for dancing, it's with
I
a
see
friend,
what you
another
mean.
person.
Okay. Alright, Hellwyr, let me try something.
Oh god, he's gonna roll to attack, isn't he?
I was gonna say, can I use my strength and try and like effectively like sweep Hellwyr off his feet?
You can attempt an athletics check.
It's the dirty dancing list.
Yes.
The athletics.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah. That's not bad. You managed to lift Hellwyr up, but you're kind of struggling and losing your balance. It seems that a human plus a wolf pelt is quite a heavy weight.
I'm lying.
This just doesn't feel right at all.
You're also kind of tempted to just continue the motion and just like slamming down behind your table. But...
If it's the
I'm
fact
good
it's the man, I do have a
acrobatics.
dress.
I'm gonna acrobatics out of the way of that.
Raven, no.
There is another way to learn. And I go to stamp down on his feet so he moves his feet out of the way. I'm just going to repeatedly do this so he keeps moving.
Is this how your adoptive family taught you?
We're dwarves, of course. They were dwarves, of course. This is how they
Right,
taught me.
in this case, I'm going to say Porky, I will say an athletics check, and Cade a dex save.
Dex.
I was gonna walk over to Raven and go, I will take you up on that dress, and I'll put my hand out.
Alright.
You're unfortunately not able to avoid. You're avoiding it for a little bit, but then Porky's just a little bit too quick and stamps down quite heavily on one of your feet. Fortunately, I believe you're wearing armor, so it's not too bad, but
It just kind of
actually
like
dents the armor slightly.
So I
you see his eyes kind of like go into that like black misty kind of like almost building back up again as it begins to seep down.
You're supposed to move the feet.
While
So-
this is going on, Hellwyr is in the process of undressing to wear this dress.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Slide it over and
So
slide
so
it down and drop the trousers, sort
The
of job.
barman's just like, if you're gonna do that, go somewhere private. Don't do it in the middle of my bar.
No, it's like
Well,
he slid
they-
it over himself first, and then so he's all covered.
Just please don't stretch the fabric.
So at this point, I sling the loot round to the other side, scratching across it like a DJ would, and bring out the lyre to turn it into a slow song. And like everyone's getting into this. Let's make them slow dance.
Porky does
No.
not know how to react to this and is suddenly like,
I'm a
You know
DJ.
Just for the fun of it, he will offer his hand to Raven.
Excellent. Okay.
Right, you can both roll me performance checks again.
He gives an exaggerated bow to him. My lady, my lady.
Yep, you begin to do an
With this beard.
absolutely excellent slow dance. And at this point, I'm going to everyone can roll me perception checks again.
has he just thought, oh my god, the idiots.
Is
We
there
have
a
nothing to
window?
worry about.
Is there a window up from my room?
Oh my god, guys, we're awful.
We're so
I'm too busy
distracted.
staring
We're having too much
From the stairs that you went up, no, not to face that way.
Okay.
I was
It's
too busy
weirdly the
looking at
stairs up
Raven.
to your room are outside. These are stairs up to other rooms.
Right. Okay. Well, I don't mind if I had to go up that side. I'm not really going to my room, am I? I'm just sort of
Yeah.
getting out of line of sight. But
Yeah.
is there a window on this side? Oh, there. No, guess not.
No.
All right. All right.
Right, actually, whilst you're down here and you're looking about, roll me a perception check.
Oh dear.
Okay. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. 20. No. Natural. Oh,
Nice.
natural. 20 away.
Right.
20 weeks.
Right, you, as you're looking about, you notice that this here is a hidden doorway.
Oh. Well.
A way to sneak out, perhaps.
Oh, damn, really? I'm gonna have a look at it. Yeah, sure.
Yep, yeah. You actually find that it's quite easy to open for yourself now that you've spotted it so easily.
Yeah, I will.
It's here, this hidden door, and I will. Yeah, and I will.
Oh, wow, yeah, see, I can see it. Oh, yay.
And I will
Chaos
take
away.
you down to where this comes out.
Chaos away.
Yeah, so you come down to here, and you can see that there is.
Wait, this loops back around to... Oh. This loops back around behind the bar. Does it? I'm not even sure anymore.
I will remove the hidden door that's in front of you.
Okay.
So this leads you to here, which is, yeah, so the bar is over here, basically.
Right.
But you do have a way out back, basically.
Oh, and this is the doors to the outside.
Yeah.
Aha! Chaos is free.
Yeah.
Alright.
Chaos, run.
I'm gonna come around. I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna sneak around here if I can.
Roll me stealth.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it disadvantage?
Yes.
Oh no.
I'm giving myself
I'm
guidance.
gonna say it's flat because he's focused.
Right, because I'm moving like half speed as well.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will guidance myself. Say, hero, give me the ability to not make a racket. Alright. So, flat. Roll.
Yep.
Did it roll? Oh, it did it. Sorry, game.
Yeah, it's
Bring up
not
30.
bad. You're making a little bit of noise, but you feel like this is probably the quietest you've moved.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I don't know why I rolled 3 times.
Let me
And all I
just-
want to do is just poke my head around the corner now.
Yeah, let me just. Where am I in conceal scope? Ah, there. Yeah, let me just see what he is. Okay, I will go to the other sheet because stupid thing. No, that's the wrong map. I wonder I can't find him on that map. As you're sort of peeking round, you do make a little bit of noise, and he sort of glances. You see him. I seriously appear not to have a token for him, which is really bugging me.
He's the white with. He's the guy with the white. And
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there we go. So you notice him just sort of peek out and spot you, and then he immediately starts hurrying away.
Does he now? Does he actually spot me then?
Yeah, he basically looks at you, notice sort of a surprise in his eyes, and then he runs off.
Chase him. Chase him.
Jason, that's the question. have a feeling he's going to be a lot faster than me. So I'll simply let him go.
Okay, so he leaves. And you now know a secret way in and out of the Blue Water Inn.
I'm going to head back in through the front door, which is going to be confusing for everyone, as they saw me go up the stairs.
Yep. Okay.
Having fun there.
I just can imagine like Eos walking in, Helwit in a dress, dancing with Raven, Lias still playing on his lyre or lyre, and then Cade just like yeeting Porky over his shoulder. Like, is this how you do it?
Yeah. And the bartender raises an eyebrow and sneezes quite badly.
Like
Bless
dust in here.
Yeah.
Raven feathers. Well, the spying individual has taken leave now. So that was the guy who was. Well, do you remember him? He was at the door. He was apparently spying on us. So now we're in a bit of a different spot.
How so?
I don't know if they've heard everything or if they were simply following me. But what do we do now?
Definitely can't take chances now.
So, continue to go to the book club as normal? How?
Well,
I mean, were the windows open?
they're going to be suspicious of me, but now they're also going to know where we are and who I'm working with.
Didn't they already see all of us outside their house?
Yeah, it's true. They couldn't have gained much information, surely.
But they also know what Arena looks like now
That's true.
and where she is.
And if they want Strahd in control, then she's in danger more than ever now.
You need
Isn't she still disguised as an old lady though?
That's true.
Not quite as well, because you guys haven't been here to basically redo the disguise. She's still got sort of like the hooded cloak and whatever, and is sort of doing the posture, but she doesn't have like the makeup and stuff. So it's possible she was spotted, but you're not certain.
Okay. I think for safety's sake, you need to stay with us at all times now, Irina.
She nods. But what about, and goes, but what about when you leave the town?
It's up to you. If you feel like huddling down here is safe enough for you, you can, but coming with us is equally as dangerous. But at least you won't be spied on and stalked on. You'll have the freedom to go wherever you want with us.
True, but Strahd tends to have eyes and ears everywhere, and if he finds out I'm not in my home or in a safe place, I wouldn't be surprised if he came for me.
Exactly.
So, wouldn't Irina be safe so long as we dealt with the Wachter family before the end of the festival? Because no one can leave anywhere. Then word can't get out to Strahd.
I think she means like after all's said and done.
Yeah, that's what I mean. After is all said and done, this festival, wouldn't she be safe here? Because so long as we take care of the Strahd supporters.
That's my
Right,
thought
okay.
process.
Okay, right. Alright then. So we're moving against the Wachter family. Is that what's decided?
100%.
If we weren't
Yeah.
going to originally, I feel like we have to
We
now
have
for the
no
sake
choice now.
sake
Okay.
of Irina.
Very well. Yeah, and as for who I'm going to choose, she gives a smile and then looks to Cade. You can be my dance partner. I mean, book club partner.
He kind of looks wide-eyed.
Yeah, at this sort of Elvis going to shuffle off somewhere just to get changed again.
Sure thing.
Irina looks at the group and it's like, So, with that, I mean, is your plan to just take them out tonight, or is to just get information?
I think we just need to know what they're going to plan. If then we can find a better time to jump them, then we can do so with the help of the Burgermeister.
Then perhaps, as you've got at least a couple of you that are quite good at the sneaking about, perhaps whilst you two have got them distracted, maybe the others sneak in to see if they can find any other information.
Whilst we have the attention of them?
Yeah.
It's risky.
But
If they're caught, then we will all be under heat. It's up to the group, really.
We just have to make sure we're not caught, won't we, Raven? Well, we're the sneaky, probably the most sneakiest ones out of the lot of us.
So, 2 of you are going to the book club. 2 are going to the Burgermaster?
No, I think they were suggesting that whilst I have the audience of the Wachter family, someone sneaks in and finds more information on them, but I think we're going to get most of our information from them when they decide to tell us what the plan is. This is my prediction. Although no plan survives contact with the enemy, I believe we should go to the book club, find out what they're planning on doing, when they're about to strike, etc. It's probably, my guess, likely during the festival, because that's when the Burgermeister will be out, and his guards may be scattered around. Whilst that's happening, we could tip off, that's another choice, we could tip off the Burgermeister, and then, as they're about to strike at him, we all turn, with the help of the Burgermeister's minions, or guards, and take out the Wachter family. After that, we'll be in the Burgermeister's good stead, and if we want to then move against him, then we can make a public display of something? I don't know.
So
But I don't think taking on the Wachter family alone is wise.
So we
No.
we split into 3 twos. You 2 go into the book club. The 2 sneakies sneak in to get more information, and the other 2 go to the Burgermaster.
Well,
Cover all bases.
why do they need to go to the Burgermeister whilst we're in there? I think they should just be ready if something goes bad at the Wachter family.
Well, I mean, then we can be the ones, like, we can... Oh yeah, we need to wait to find out what's actually going on first.
Mm-hmm.
But I was about to say we could, like,
If it was up to me, I would take 4 of you to the book club and have 2 sneak in. But I think we just need 2 in reserve, just in case things go south.
so the other 2 stay behind and protect Irina, just in case.
Irina can come as well, but I think we need them by the Wachter family, just in case things go bad. They're not allowed in, sure, but they can stick nearby. Someone who's able to communicate, perhaps Elias? That way you can be relaying messages between the group who's sneaking in and the group who's got their attention.
That would make sense.
That could work. So I'm on sneak party.
You're on the outside communicating with both.
yeah, you're the comms of this
You're
operation.
basically the comms of it. Yeah, this is a proper hype now. and Porky's there as the muscle. If things go south, you can bust in and save the day.
Sounds...
And just in case someone gets suspicious, Elias, at least Porky's there to back him up. What do we say?
Aye.
I think
Alright.
we made the plan B as a precaution. It never helps to be over-prepared.
Okay, what's plan B?
I'm not sure, I doubt it would work, but instead of thinking of taking the Walkers out during the festival. How about seeing if we could do it today?
Possibly. Depends how. We don't know how dangerous they are or how many there'll be at the club. If there is indeed only a couple, then it may be easy pickings. We may also get the jump on them. But at the moment they're about to strike, we'll not only reveal them to be the traitors they are to the Burgermeister, but also will have the aid of the Burgermeister himself. I don't know. It's up to you. I think if we do
No,
this
I
tonight,
do
we do it
agree.
alone.
I do agree. It just never it never hurts to be over prepared.
The other idea I had was that if we are indeed trying to depose the Burgermeister, we don't have to immediately jump in to the fray. We can have the two sides fight each other, weaken each side, and then step in.
And take over what's left.
Exactly.
Oh no, the Burgermeister's fallen down, and we tried our best. Let's take out. Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily kill him, but
But deal with him in a way
exactly.
that would get him kicked out of that position.
His guards are the main issue, I think. He's
Big
probably
time.
powerless himself.
What if someone worse comes to take over the Burgermeister?
That we will.
Deal with that when we come to it.
Isn't there a church? There's a church in Vallaki, isn't there?
Yes.
Maybe we hand over power to them, but we need to really figure out what's up with them first as well, in case they've got any shady business. Seems like everyone's got secrets in this place, but
No
that's a
vampires
possibility.
in their basements.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Maybe,
idea I had is
maybe we check out the church now. I don't know. We got time.
we could do.
Something we haven't visited yet.
How long would you say we've got before the book club starts?
At this point, I would probably say maybe another 3-4 hours.
That could be time to go to the church if it comes to it.
Yeah. Sure.
We check them out, but we don't let them on to what's going on, because otherwise, you
Of
never,
course.
you never know who's a gossip in this
I don't
place.
think we want to let anyone know until we're ready to make our move.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Get information first. Alright, okay. So plan, go to the church, check that out. Then me and Cade head to the book club. Then Raven and Helber are going to sneak in through perhaps the top or something. And Porky and Elias are on the outside, trying to not look conspicuous. And as for Irina, do you want to be with Porky and Elias? Or do you want to stay here?
It is certainly it's a possibility. It's probably best to remain with people who can protect me should something happen.
So was that a yes? You're staying with us?
Yes, I'll stay with you guys. I think.
Cool. All right.
Let's bounce.
Gets up and says, "I'm just gonna get some food real quick, but meet you at the church, I guess."
Okay. To the church!
Should we fix up Irina's disguise quickly?
Yes.
I hand her the eye patch that I picked up at the mansion.
She puts the eye patch on and says it's probably a good idea to have a different kind of disguise. I'm not going to get away with the pastry woman here.
I'm gonna take one of the spears and sort of break it down a bit so she can use it as sort of like a cane.
Certainly possible. Yeah.
Well, after Porky, you do that because Porky's a lot stronger.
Yeah.
Alright, and you wish to go to the church. So I'll say between you, you're easily able to get her into a bit of disguise. and I shall take you back to the
Before
map.
we do disappear quickly, can I speak to the bartender, as I know he's helping us?
Yes, you can.
If he would know of anywhere like a apothecary or like a herb sort of shop.
He
That sort of
thinks
thing.
for a moment and shakes his head. For the most part, he explains the only real place that sells anything is the stockyard, and here.
Right. Okay, then that idea is out the window.
Yes, I shall now move the party to the church area. This slouching, centuries-old stone church has a bulging steeple in the back and walls lined with cracked stained glass windows depicting pious saints. A fence of wrought iron encloses a garden of gravestones next to the church. Thin mist creeps from the graves. How would you like to proceed?
Cautiously.
Okay. So you
Mist coming to graves? That's never a good idea.
you enter the church, and I don't actually have a map for this. It literally just says use the same one as previously, but that doesn't make sense because that one's all wrecked and this one isn't. So there is. Do I have the token?
We are going to have the imagination of the
Yes.
brain. Theatre of the brain, that's the one.
Yeah, you could reuse the same map, and we'll just imagine all the pews are in perfect condition.
Okay, let
Oh
me
yeah,
just-
I'll give Raven back her dress, or his dress, sorry, before we leave.
And we'll definitely imagine there's no vampire in the basement.
There is no
Yeah,
basement.
I think Raven will stick around just outside the door of the church. She's not a big churchy person, so
Okay.
being, dark elf, that doesn't usually go well with churchy people. I will see.
Maybe this one will have a working organ. I've always wanted to play the organ.
Okay.
Break the organ before you find it.
You just.
Why? It's a religious place. Why would I?
If you want Elias to play it, then leave it.
He's not that bad.
Okay. I'm going to actually change this up purely because this standing behind the altar, reading over a book, is a dark-skinned woman. There is also a young boy who dressed in like altar boy robes doing like minor tasks.
Is it like almost like sermon, or are they just?
Doesn't appear like there's anyone here for like a sermon. It's just like a minor thing, like just like minor rituals or something. Though you can all roll me an insight check.
Sure.
Do we know whose church this is?
The doorway outside named it St. Andrew's Church.
But it doesn't say who they worship.
Inside.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so you all actually notice this. This woman appears to be very worried.
I'll step forward. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
I'll take a step forward.
How may the morning Lord's light shine upon you?
We just came to, well, pay respects to your wonderful chapel here.
Well, that is great news. It is always good to pay your respects in the church.
We are new in town, however. We're wondering
Yes, you
how
did part to my congregation.
how does the church fare in these lands? I can imagine it can be quite treacherous in these times.
Well, normally there's a good, at least 10 or so people who come here each night. Not always the same people, but there's a few regulars. But other than that, not much.
What do we want to ask here?
We just wanted to enjoy the sights of the church and, see if they know anything about this place. Give us more insight into Valaki.
So, vampires, eh?
Oh my god! Please don't.
Or he's just gonna sit like on one of the pews and pray respectfully.
Is there an organ?
No, there is not.
Damn it!
Just looking around, is everything like in order, well kept?
Yes. What's your alignment, Cam?
Me, I'm neutral good, I think, or chaotic good. Let me check. Chaotic good.
Noticing yourself and the sort of armaments and sort of religious iconography, considering you're a paladin, she beckons you over to her.
I'll take a step forward and kind of like nod.
Right, you look like the religious warrior type, right?
Of
You
some
and your
aspects.
friend over there indicates Eos.
That is correct.
Well, I don't really want to cause any distress for anyone, but I think perhaps you've arrived just in the nick of time to be able to provide me with some assistance.
Another one. Sorry.
Well,
Add that to our
I did say-
advertisement. You're in high demand.
I didn't say that out loud.
yeah.
It's like, of course you did. Here to help. Anyway, sorry, continue. James, lost you, but
You tapped the altar, and they protected.
sorry, James, we didn't hear that entire segment there.
Sorry. She taps the altar and says, "Beneath here are the remains of Saint Andrel, whose bones protect this church from Strahd's depredations.
Okay.
At least they should be."
Wait, what?
What do you mean? I just come in.
Yeah,
You're in this.
I would say that Eos would have been invited up as well, but none of the rest of the party are. He seems only want to talk to the cleric and the paladin.
Oh,
Um,
fine. I'll just wander about.
yeah.
Is there any buildings?
Reese. Yes, a few nights ago, someone broke in and stole the bones.
Stole them.
Yes, I was initially the only one who knew about them, but I did mention them to she nods over to the altar boy to try to put him at ease because he was so afraid. But after they were stolen, I did ask him if he told anyone, but he told me he did, but wouldn't tell me who. I'm Without those bones, this church and myself are at risk.
Did you say it was the boy who saw who took them?
Well, he told someone else. The only people who knew were myself, him, and this third person, whoever they are. I mean, if I was to take, I do have an idea, but I don't want to point fingers and cause any problems.
We can have a talk and see what exactly is going on here and attempt to return the bones.
She nods, and yes, if you can return those bones, I'm sure St. Andrew's blessings will be upon you.
And where is the boy now?
The altar boy is just sort of over here, just doing meaning.
I draw
Right,
my
mine.
sword.
Whoa!
I'm joking. Slaughter time.
His name is
Not like that.
Yeska.
Is what?
Yeska.
Yeska.
That's how you do. Grab him by the scruff of the neck. No.
Where are they?
I mean, to be fair, if Porky had been there, that's probably how she would have handled the situation. So.
I mean, the way he's keeping information, he might as well be called Noska.
Got him.
Eos, perhaps you should take this one. I mean, you do, after all, have the softer voice. I mean, the more charisma.
I'll talk.
Thank you. That's stupid.
Alright. I'll go up to the boy and I'll sort of kneel down to the ground, like at his head height.
He looks at you quite scared, but he looked scared before you knelt down. He just seems a bit more scared now. It's like, yes, how can I help you?
Scary times, I know. The darkness crawls with vampires and ghouls. But we are not without allies. I'm here to try and help you. And help this town. But for me to do
okay.
that, you need to tell me, and you need to tell me the truth. Do you know who stole the bones?
He shakes his head.
Who did you speak to about the location of them?
His eyes widen, but he doesn't say anything.
I say, listen. There's no more fear. We need to brave this darkness together. We'll be here to protect you if something goes bad. And it's important we get these bones back to protect everyone in this town. So you
Roll
need
me a persuasion check.
Okay. Might jump to the mirror real quick. Put points in persuasion. Hold on. Really laggy. Right, here we go. Yep. 12. Oh, can I guidance as well?
There's no need.
Okay.
He doesn't say anything, but he just sort of raises a hand and points a finger out to the graveyard, and then just turns around and continues on with his work.
I get up slowly, and I look back where he pointed.
Roll me a perception check.
Yeah, and I'll kind of move slightly as well as I do, maybe sort of, so I can get a better view of the place as I'm moving around the windows.
Yep.
Okay. Why does my character sheet keep closing? I look back at the boy, kind of puzzled. I think I'll actually step outside.
Yeah. Do you beckon the others to come with you, or are you going solo?
Not really, no. I'll just walk out.
Okay.
Kind of-
When you're
You can see there's a curious look on Eos's face, and she looks like she's walking with purpose.
I will follow.
Okay, roll me another perception check.
Yeah. Where's the graveyard? Around the back.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay, I will go around to the fence then.
Yeah.
What's going on? Why is everybody leaving?
What is it, Eos?
I'm looking for someone.
Yeah, you see in the graveyard, you see a brawny, probably late teens person with a shovel over his shoulder, just sort of walking around. He seems to have his brow appears to be quite furrowed.
Okay. This time I'll gesture to the others. I'll just beckon them. Let's get around this, but it's let's go ask this one some questions.
Gotcha.
He sort of walks out.
They've got a shovel. They look like. Are they concerned about something? They look like they've.
They've got a furrowed brow, but they don't seem particularly concerned. They're just sort of walking about, occasionally stopping at graves and looking at them, maybe doing a little bit of minor, like patting down of the soil.
Okay. I'll say greetings. My name is
He-
Eo.
He turns and goes, Milvoj.
Are you the gravedigger here?
He nods.
Oh. What are you doing right now? Do you have a moment to talk?
His brow seems to furrow even more if possible. And he goes, graves aren't going anywhere.
I would say that. Except that seems it is possible that
He
someone
raises an
can...
eyebrow.
Sometimes things in graves can go missing.
With the way you're phrasing that, are you trying to intimidate him, would you say? Like,
Not really intimidate him, but I'm definitely trying to catch him off guard. Or at least try to gauge a reaction when I say it.
okay, I'll
It's
say
kind of
because
intimidating.
yeah, I'll say intimidation then. Roll that. And okay, he sighs and looks fairly dejected, and he's like, so the little pipsqueak squealed, did he? Well,
You're
I'd
not to
watch-
hurt the boy.
no.
I
Right,
take it you told him to swear of silence.
Yes, but before you go judging me, I did have my reasons, and I don't have them myself, but I can tell you where they are, or at least where they should be now.
Alright. No more games then. Explain why.
Alright, well, I'm one of the few in this town who, well, maybe not one of the few, but one of the only ones who at least shows it that they don't believe in this whole all's well thing. That
Certainly.
And recently, I became rather well. I've been frustrated that I'm unable to protect my younger siblings. I want to be free of this blasted land's curse, but I don't see any chance of escape. So I told the coffin maker about this, and he urged me to steal the bones in exchange for money to feed my younger sisters and brothers.
Does this job not pay well enough?
Not well enough. Some parents weren't exactly keen on, well, for a poor family, sometimes there's only one way to keep warm, if you catch my drift.
Well,
Well-
how about this? Take us to where you took the bones and help us identify their exact location, and we'll help you and your family.
He goes, well, yeah, I mean, you've probably been to the stockyard, right? It's the only place to get gear. So, in that area, there's Henrique's coffins.
I've seen the ads. Yes, we've seen it already. Haven't been inside.
Yeah, that's where I took them. Where they've been put in there, I don't know, but
Out of curiosity, how much were you paid to steal them?
enough to feed my family and for about a month. It's better than nothing.
Would I know roughly how much that'd work out to as an idea?
Probably not much.
1 silver piece.
It's not a huge amount. I mean, the way he's saying it suggests that it's not like a huge amount of like high quality food, just like the bare essential. So maybe at most like a gold piece or something, or an electrum piece, because that's what everyone seems to trade in for some reason.
I'll say, have you tried fishing? I hear that business is opening up again soon. The
Well,
wolves have been dealt with.
that's what they said after the last festival, but it didn't stop people getting their arms and legs torn off when they tried to go out.
I just sort of raised the wolf pelt. Where do you think I got this from?
I don't know, you're new to town, maybe you had it before you got here.
Now we dealt with
This
the wolf.
lean?
Out of curiosity, you say you have siblings as well. Your
Hmm.
parents?
Not anymore.
How old are your siblings?
Never been much good with the figures.
Say roughly how old is the youngest, for example?
Probably about 4.
Okay. You see,
Oldest about 12, maybe.
I've helped out a good few families before in the past, got them work, honest work, good work, and a roof over their heads. So, and of course, that means that there's usually plenty of room for young children to play too. So, if you help us out, I can try and arrange something for you and your siblings.
He nods.
In the meantime, I'll go into my coin purse and I'll pull out 5 gold coins and place them into his hand.
I'm going to hold my hand out towards Helwyr. Not until the job is done.
This is more to help his family.
Yes.
I know what it's like growing up with no money and having nothing. It's why I steal.
I understand, but remember what he's done already. If we can rectify what has been created, then we can go ahead with what we bargained.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll give him 1 now, and the rest will be after we're done.
Okay, so you've
Don't
got...
condemn you for what you've done, but You have made a bit of a mess. And, like we said, we understand. Everyone's scared. They're worried. They're only just looking out for their own. But we all put ourselves together in this. We will be able to vanquish this darkness, and then there won't be a need to even bury the dead, like however many there are right now.
He nods and goes, well, I'll take you over to coffin makers and do what I can.
Alright.
So just
Either way.
thing to do.
And then he will lead you over to... You've got
I
about...
am just gonna note that Porky is still in the church. She didn't see any of you.
Yep.
We'll poke our head in and just go, okay, we're going.
As we walk off, I'm going to attempt to slip the rest of the coins into this person's pocket.
Right, sleight of hand check.
Elias just
Really?
Yeah, everybody notices.
Hellware.
It's just a get
You're like,
in
you're
there.
like, here, have a piece of gum.
I'm
Right.
not good at these things.
Shiny gum.
I will take you over to the next map.
The boy is
I
learning a
think-
lesson. If he rectifies his mistakes, then he will be rewarded in just.
yes,
Fine, and I'll put them back in my pocket.
you do
I
good.
give, I
You
give
get-
Helver a smile. I say, I have faith that he is being truthful as well.
Yeah.
Let's get it done first.
I lean over to Porky. I have doubt that this is going to go through.
Porky's literally just like, I don't know what's going on, but just nods anyway.
Oh my god, it's a young Keanu Reeves.
It kind of does, actually, yeah.
It's breathtaking.
No, you're breathtaking.
Oh my god, what the hell? Alright.
Right, so you...
Let's kick the door down. Sacred flame that guy, and
literally what you're going for.
Wow.
no, but like I think we're gonna be pretty firm about our
Yeah.
business here. I think.
Oh yeah.
Is this the guy?
Yeah.
I turned back to like the gravedigger. Is this the guy?
He nods. He
Muscle up to him.
Pull out the shield.
Has he got a beard? Yes.
yes.
Oh, okay.
He looks to you.
I slam him up against the wall with my shield, and I'll
where
say,
actually,
"Yeah."
you don't actually manage to go in.
Oh, it's okay.
Right. The door is barred,
Oh.
as are all the windows.
The
Strength
door is
check.
barred.
Yep.
Okay.
No, I'm the bad.
That's different. Is there a lock to
Still
the
gonna have
bars?
to walk around.
Not that you can see on this side of the door.
Am I
Okay.
able
gonna have
to
to
get a sword?
Walk around the
through?
side to see if I can see anything on the windows.
The windows are all barred as well.
Wow.
Can
This
I
guy.
just knock on the door?
You certainly can knock on the door,
Cool.
Back entrance. Over here.
which is
Oh my
also
God,
barred.
guys.
Oh wow, really?
Um, I want to try and slide my sword into. Is there like a crack in between the door?
There is.
Can I try? I'll just say, can I have a dagger, anyone?
Well, we do have a crowbar in
Oh, that will work.
Porky.
What's
Right,
the roof
you-
like?
And I'll
Is
try.
there a
Um,
second story?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but
try.
every window is a lattice work of iron fitted with squares of frosted glass and barred shut from within.
This guy's clearly on the defense.
Let's
you
just
know-
stick with the front door.
Someone should probably take the back door just in case.
Walking, come to the back door.
Porky's just gonna go, I'd like to order a coffin!
Right. The way I'm thinking this, if it's bad, it would probably be disadvantage. The crowbar would probably make it advantage. So what I'm
Wait.
gonna do?
We're closed. Go away.
I'm going.
But you don't understand. I need a coffin. And I'm going to grab Raven by the scruff of the neck and pull him into view of the door and be like, about this size?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Bugger off. We're closed.
Can I attempt to put my scimitar between the gap of the door at the back?
Okay.
Try and move the bar?
Right. So I'm gonna say. So, Cage, you're going for a full like crowbar sort of way through.
Yeah,
right?
I'm going through the front
So
door.
athletics with advantage, and
Can I lower the DC by casting heat metal on the bars that he's trying to break open?
you can try, I guess. And
Wait.
for you, I'll say sleight of hand with disadvantage for you at the top.
24 for me.
Give you guidance.
Okay, you managed to basically just like prise the door open immediately.
And I'm going to kick the door down and step in.
Right, you find
There we go.
Damn.
a rather troubled looking man who immediately just goes, well, I guess he notices Milvoj and he goes, yeah, I guess that little prick told you what's happened.
Going
Don't worry,
to take a
I'm
step.
not gonna pull up a fight. I'll tell you where they are.
Quick. Now.
Right.
I can
Right,
when you
the-
run.
Yeah, you're able to break in through the back. The
Ooh.
bones are in the upstairs bedroom wardrobe, and the vampire nest is in the upstairs wood storage room.
What?
The what?
Vampire nest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to grab him
You
by
said
the
that?
back of the scruff.
Yep.
And I'm going to divine sense.
Yes. Right. Yeah, you definitely sense the presence of 6 undead.
6 undead.
Yeah, I'm drawing my weapons as soon as I get into this room.
I'm going
Just
to, I'm going to draw my sword, and I'm going to say, you're going to go and get the bones. You got yourself into this mess. Get yourself out.
Fine. I mean, it's not like they're going to pop out. They're ordered to stay in the crates till one of them's opened.
Okay.
Whatever.
I'm just going to turn back and say, right, go. Where's Eos and Hellway?
Go! Break the door down! Flashbang!
Yeah, you do hear like a loud crash from the back room, and he opens one of the doors and walks in, and just sort of looks and goes, "Well, I wasn't going to try to escape, was I? Looking at you, you lot wait here. I'll go get them." And he walks up the stairs.
I'm going to be.
I'm following him.
I'm holding on to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow up with you, because
Okay.
I didn't hear any of that, so I don't know what's up there.
Oh my god.
I let them know there's a vampire nest upstairs.
Oh, what?
And I'm back out. Now,
I'm gonna clutch my holy symbol tight.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
I'll
want
stay, but hell is now sweating bullets at this thought.
All right, he leads you through.
I push Hellweir first.
Thanks.
Yes.
Where am I?
Guys, are you,
Right.
you guys
I'll-
coming?
Hold on.
Porky's
thank
gonna
you.
wait here in case he tries to double back down.
I think we've got him cornered upstairs now.
All right, he leads you into
Oh, you're on a
the
bit, that
room,
guy.
What?
and
You're
he
going the wrong way.
opens up.
Sorry, can you put me on the upstairs as well, please?
Oh yeah, sorry, I thought I had.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right, he opens up the wardrobe and opens up a seemingly hidden compartment containing two large sacks.
Sacks.
One which rattles with the sound of metal, and one which rattles with the sound of bone.
And I'm going to hold a hand out.
He hands you both sacks.
And I'm going to pass them down the line, and I suggest either Helwir or Porky holds on to them. Preferably Porky, though.
I'm gonna open them up
Yeah.
first and check that they're actually
Yep,
inside.
one contains bones,
Okay.
and one contains 30 silver pieces and 12 electrum pieces, all profiled with the visage of Strahd von Zarovich.
Okay. And do the bones give off any particular sense, or are they just bones?
I'm gonna. They just appear to be bones. I'm gonna say because you'd still have your divine sense up, wouldn't you? They do seem to be radiating a holiness that reminds you of the Hallow spell, but weaker.
Oh,
And
Oh,
as for the
Hallows.
undead, you notice basically directions here, here, here.
Sorry, I
Two
can't
here.
see that.
Yeah, so here.
I don't think you know the exact. Well,
No,
I-
they knows the direction.
No, I
Okay.
know. What with divine sense?
Yeah, I think you know the direction.
It's the same with what happened on yesterday, Chris. I know the exact location.
okay.
You know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet.
So yeah, so you know where all of those are.
Okay.
And
Well,
why do you have just kind of like gesture?
business.
You're in the wrong line of business.
Don't I know it, but no one wants to speak to old Van der Voort because of the ghastly nature of my handiwork. But recently, a well-dressed nobleman named Vasily Van Holtz arrived and promised me good business in exchange for my help.
Does that ring
Yeah.
a bell with any of us? Do we know who that is?
Nope, not a name we recognise in the slightest.
Where is he
Yeah.
from? Where does he
Yeah.
hail from?
Dunno. All I know is that he told me he got these crates shipped here via magic, and they're here waiting.
For what?
Whenever
say
he
when
wants
he-
to unleash them.
By the 9 divine.
Very well. Just remember what happened today. It could have gone a lot worse if you didn't cooperate. And
Yeah,
I'm
you-
going to turn around and walk out, and I'm just going to gesture everyone to follow.
Right.
And I did basically just like, you think maybe the reason why no one wants to speak to you is because you bring vampires into town?
Well, they don't know about that, so probably not.
And what did you want with the bones exactly? Hmm? Answer.
I was told to get them.
By the
So,
same noble?
Yep.
He's planning something then.
He goes, I mean, if you go into that room, they won't pop out. Not during the day anyway. There's a sigil on the floor. That's where they came. That's where they were transported through.
Should we?
Did you? Okay, now I need to see this.
Oh,
I will insight check him though. Does he seem like all of this is telling the truth?
Yep, roll me insight.
Ooh.
100% telling the truth.
Okay.
We
I'm gonna open the door. Still got the bones in my hand.
Yep, nothing happens, but you do see here you see etched in the floor. Actually, you can only just notice it because of your quite high passive perception, because it's almost like with the wood grain almost, but you see like telltale signs of a magic circle of some kind.
Can I roll a Arcana check, maybe?
Yep.
Ooh, that's better.
This appears to be essentially a teleportation circle of some kind.
Wow. That. Do I know the ins and outs of that spell?
Not really, as far as you're aware. You need to know. Actually, with that roll, yeah, you know that you need to know like the sigils in order to be able to use it, and you need the spell, of course.
And do I know that it takes often a year to make?
Yes, at least.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna back out of the room, and I'd say let's get these bones back as quickly as possible.
Okay.
I feel like some.
Just before Hellweir leaves, he's going to walk up to him. Go, if we have to come back again, I'm going to give you the closest shave you've ever had, and sort of slightly draw his silvered scimitar.
Wait,
He sort of strokes his beard and goes, "I wouldn't be hard. I've never had a shave."
are we really going to leave?
That was meant to be intimidating.
Yeah, you can roll intimidation.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt that with a very shit stat on it.
Are we really going to leave?
Yeah. His response.
Outside.
Nice. I'll explain in a moment.
Yeah, I'm going to go after that.
Right, so I'll
And,
just take you like outside, just for.
And I'm going to be walking and talking to Elias, I think. And I'll be talking in a hushed tone. I'll say,
I would have
"Listen."
whispered that, but still, yeah.
Oh, whisper, like message it. You mean?
I would have just been whispering it as
Oh.
as we were heading out. I mean, I couldn't drag myself from upstairs, so
Were you
I'll even-
taking the 30 silver and 12 electrum?
Yeah, we are.
yeah.
Okay, so just add that to your loot list if you haven't
Oh.
already.
Um,
You can divvy it
Yeah.
up later.
could you do that for us?
What's that, sir? How much electrum?
30 silver, 12 electrum.
Okay, and I'll say, message me, Elias.
Hit
I-
that.
Okay.
You can
As
reply.
promised, I'm going to go walk to the gravedigger,
I've never
Yeah.
had an
and
opportunity to do that.
I'm going to hand him a further 8 pieces of gold.
So how much gold have you given him in total?
9 in total.
Okay, he takes the 9 gold. He's sort of amazed and actually taps it and bites it. It's just like,
It's real, don't worry.
but
I know what it's like to not have money and struggle.
he nods.
Don't waste it all at once.
And with
Make it
that,
up.
you're walking back to the church, basically.
On the way back. Unless Chris, did you want to say something first?
Yeah, basically I'm just talking to Elias in my mind.
Yeah.
I'll say, whoever's orchestrating this has been planning this for a long time. And it's obvious that these bones are paramount to that plan. We need to get these back first before we can make a move. And I don't know whether those vampires are just vampires or just spawn or actual full-on vampires. We'll deal with them when we get back, but for now, that's a dangerous teleportation circle, and anything could come out through there at any moment.
Why not destroy it as we leave?
And I message back, and I'm like,
Oh, sorry, you got this messaging.
but what if they let them out tonight?
We will not be. Well, we're not going to be there tonight, but if we want to deal with them, we'll deal with them after we return the bones. I think we just need to get these things back first. I have a bad feeling about this.
We have a couple of hours to get the bones back and figure out what the hell we're going to do with vampire bones before moving on to our other plan.
Yeah.
And
I'll
Oh my
take
God.
you back to the church, but if you want to have any discussions on the way there, feel free.
yes, so I would have mentioned pretty soon after, we are not going to be taking on an entire room full of vampire swarm on our own. We need to tell the guards.
Yes. What if we drag the coffins out during the day into the sun and then just, pop them up and ah! Screams.
Not a worst plan, but how bright is the sun in Barovia?
The sun's
I mean,
non-existent.
It's
Sorry.
not very.
Either- Raven can walk around fine in the daylight right now, so that basically
Yep.
tells you.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Swing and a miss.
So-
Good idea normally, Elias, but not a foolproof plan. And I say that as I heft up the bag of bones onto the altar and say, "Are these the ones you were looking for?"
She opens it and has a look, and they, to you and to everyone, like visually, they look like normal bones, but she looks at them and immediately nods, and then asks you to stand back a little bit. And with that, she pushes forward the altar slightly and then lifts up some floorboards, revealing a what was it? It's a 5 foot wide, 10 foot deep, I think. 10 foot square, 5 foot high chamber beneath, which she walks down some stairs and places the bones back before walking up and closing the altar. She thanks you for your time and for your efforts, and immediately, for the two more religious line people, you immediately, and I'm going to say Porky because Porky was praying, you immediately feel like almost like a strange aura pass through the building. If anything, like all of like the lights look a little brighter, the glass looks a little cleaner. It just appears to be, and you get an odd sense of safety. Everyone gets that.
ooh.
Well, thankfully we
was
have a
that
safe
guy?
haven.
That was Saint Andrew. As I've said, his bones protect this place.
Yeah,
This
but
is
who was he? Like that's some powerful
he was.
calcium.
Wait,
Say, yes, the air feels stirred, as if fanned by angel's wing.
All right. Yeah. Yes. So he explains that Saint Andrew was a second. It seriously gives me no information on this, so I'm gonna.
Oh, okay, sorry, I asked the wrong question. I thought
No,
it might be
no,
important. Clearly,
nah,
it's not.
Nah, I think like for plot reasons it makes sense. It's just Wizards of the Coast disagree. He explains that she explains Saint Andrew was, well, he was a very devout servant of the Morning Lord, said to be his chosen in this land, one who brought light here. It is said that the reason why his bones are able to protect this place is because when he was alive in the time when Strahd originally came to power and fought against him, his light was so bright it is able to even drive back Strahd.
Do the people of Valaki still believe that?
Some, I don't know if they believe it. No one but yourselves and those who have also been told know about the bones themselves. All they know is that they come here and they feel just a little less scared in these times.
There was a time when the purpose of the church was to heal and protect. I would see that time return. If there was a vacuum of power here in Valaki, would you be willing to step up to guide the people?
She raised an eyebrow and says, I would do whatever is best for the people, whether that be myself leading them or someone else, but I would certainly do my best.
That
However,
selfless sentiment is all I need to know.
However, allow me to properly thank you for what you've done. It's not much, but she pulls out 6 goblets and fills them all with water and passes a hand over each of them and then says, please drink from these, my friends. They've been blessed.
Well,
Bottoms up.
I'll say yes.
Okay.
Ella sort of hesitant, watches everyone else first.
Yeah, everyone drinks them, and immediately, like, you feel invigorated and refreshed. You've essentially, I know you've not used a lot of spells, but 5 of you have just got the purposes of a long rest. But all 6 of you still feel stronger and more invigorated. Congratulations on your level up, and that, as soon as Cam gets back, is when we would take a break.
I will raise the cup and drink it, and I'll say, one faith, but many hands in victory. And I will drink. And
yeah, and yep, we'll take a break there whilst everyone levels up.
heck yeah.
Cool. Back in about 5 minutes.
Does Raven still get a level up regardless?
Yes.
Okay.
You just don't get the long rest.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter.
It's holy water. Raven's not going to touch it.
Exactly.
I was worried then. I was like, oh.
Level 4.
Well,
Right, welcome back everyone to the second half of episode 7, where our party have just received a level up for returning the bones of Saint Andrel to their rightful place. All of Porky has a sudden urge to pick up one of the pews and just hit someone with it. They just see how it would be possible. Raven just feels a little bit luckier. Cage just looks a little bit more swole. Eos, there's a odd sheen to your skin, and your stomach just feels a bit sturdier than it was.
I wouldn't chalk it down to that. I'd say I'm more like stalwart, like I guess more firm in my beliefs as well. I guess.
Yeah, your posture looks a bit stronger, I'll say. Where you just feel a bit quicker, maybe tossing a scimitar between hands, and
Yeah.
else, you're just feeling much more comfortable in your armor. It's just like, you know what? Yeah, this armor's good.
Well, I haven't got medium armor on yet, but I do
Yeah.
attach the shield to my like finger picking hand.
Yep. Right, and with that, she nods to you all and thanks you all for your assistance. And may the Morning Lord bless you on your journeys wherever they take you.
And you, thank you.
And you, thank you.
I bow and strum a little.
Our enemies will soon discover that we are not as meek as they had believed.
Yes. And at this time, you've still probably got maybe 2 hours before you're due at the book club, if you want to do anything else. Any preparations, or do you just want a time skip to there?
Sure, I'll take a book. Is there like I guess a Bible of the Morning Lord here?
Yes, I'm going to call it the Shining Script.
Cool. I'm gonna grab that. The Shining Script. Thank you. I'll take this, and I know I want to do. I do want to go to a bookstore as well. I want to find a big enough book that I can fit this book inside it. So when it looks like I'm reading along in the book club, and secretly be like learning about.
Okay. I will say, as you've been wandering around town, you haven't seen a lot of places that sell anything normally useful. I mean, there's a shoemakers. You've seen shoemakers, but you have. You do remember seeing a place that looked like it might sell books.
Okay, sure. I'll head on in there.
Okay. Right. Is anyone else wanting to do anything?
Porky can't read, so she's not going to go in.
No, there's nothing particularly
Actually-
to solve there.
Nah, don't worry.
Are we
Okay.
really spending our time looking at books?
Well,
Where-
Aeos is. The rest of
All
you.
the cover, Elias. And if you have anything better to do whilst you wait, then see to it.
The only other thing I might want to do is try and go back to the market bit
Mm.
and see if I could see anyone that may have any knowledge on sort of different types of herbs and that sort of thing. As just a
I mean, you
thought.
can certainly try.
You're
Yeah,
probably
I'll go
looking
have a quick look.
for an apothecary or something then.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Right, I shall deal with Aeos first.
Yep.
You enter into this bookshop, and it is called Bewildered Books. And there is a man behind the counter who is wider than he is tall. He's about 5 foot tall and about 6 foot wide.
That's an accomplishment.
Yep. Hello there. How may I help you?
Chris, you muted, I think.
Oh, hello. I'm not going to take much of your time. I only need a large book.
Do you have any preference on what kind of book, or are you just trying to impress the men with a vast library of big books?
Yeah. So let's
Take
go with the
offense
latter.
to that. I don't like this guy already.
Let's just go with the latter.
Right.
It's more for use as like
Insight.
a paperweight.
Let me think.
Booksellers everywhere would be offended by that,
How
which
dare.
I am.
How dare.
Perhaps Granny Sylvia's Guide to Cooking will
Roll
be.
my eyes. Are you serious? Do I look like I'm a cook?
I don't like to judge a book by its cover.
That feels ironic after playing the last previous character. There's some air of irony, I guess. It's a weird twist.
If you're looking for a less pretentious one, we do have this one that we got delivered recently by a man named, well, the author's gluten free.
Rings a bell for some reason. But sure, I'll
The rest
take
of
it.
the party just look at each other.
Or if it's not cooking you're after, what else do I have that's big? Apart from this belly.
Maybe an atlas or something. I don't know.
Well, there's not many big books on places in Barovia, but perhaps a history, maybe.
Sure. Yes.
Perhaps. Oh,
Barovia's Book of World Records.
no, perhaps this one. It was. Oh, yes, this one might be right up your alley, or wherever you choose to walk. It's called Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes.
Wow. Sure. How much is that?
That will be. Well, I'll say 1 gold piece, as I'm not really meant to have copies of it ever since events.
Okay, I'll hand him 10 silver.
Yep, he takes it
There we go.
and pats his belly.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy.
I kind of stop, look at the book. Did actually someone sell the spell book? I can't even. I thought we still had it.
Yeah,
No,
so-
it's not the spell book, it's just a cookbook.
Oh, it's just a cookbook, right? Okay. I kind of look at it, double take, and then I'm like, nah. I just shake my head and then walk out.
That's not-
Never heard of them.
Okay.
Yeah, you
alright.
just hear the laugh. Oh, oh, oh. As you walk out.
You secretly Father Christmas. Anyway,
I would
that's all I wanted. It's just a book to kind of. I'll slip my the Bible within the actual book.
Yep.
Raven is also looking for a book. She
Okay. Yeah,
Right.
I thought I heard Raven say something I was about to ask. Right, so what book are you looking for? You walk in as the big fat man. Oh,
he-
young man.
Why, thank you. That is a compliment. Would you just point me to your mythology and history sections, please?
Well, I haven't really got round to organising it yet, but it's mostly over there and over there and over there.
All right. Okay.
He's a very poor bookshop owner.
He's basically looking for anything on local history or myth and legend.
Okay, roll me an investigation check.
Investigation.
It's one of the biggest questions I get asked at work. Do you have a local history section?
You find.
Nothing.
you don't find any books that seem to be specifically about the legends or lore of the area, but you do find a book that catches your eye. It is titled The Order of the Silver Dragon.
Okay. Just slip that one out of the stacks or off the shelf or however it is positioned, and hope if it's in a stack it doesn't send everything else tumbling.
I think you'll find it's called an anxiety. It's the
Weird,
correct term.
weirdly, the books appear to almost be stacked somehow as an inverted pyramid. Very confusing. It doesn't seem possible, but they've done it.
I mean, when a bookseller is bored, trust me, lots of things happen.
Yeah. But it's kind of in the middle, but so you can roll me a sleight of hand check if you don't allow disturbing the pile.
Straight in the middle, 10.
Yeah, you managed to get it out just. There's a bit of tottering, a bit of teetering, but you managed to sort of. And he just sort of looked. As it seems to be teetering and tottering, you notice him just glare at the book pile, and it just stops wobbling.
Yeah, that generally works.
Yep. The power of the librarian.
Yep.
Let's recruit him by Strahd.
Yeah. So, I'll take this one, please. How much?
That will be, well, it's the Order of the Silver Dragon. So, I'll say an electrum piece, because that's 1 silver and 1 dragon. Well, half a silver and half a dragon.
I only actually have gold on me at the moment, so
That's fine, I'll give you an electrum in change.
thank you.
So, unless you prefer silver or copper.
Electrum's fine, absolutely fine.
Chucks you an electrum piece in response.
Thank you, good sir.
Yep.
I guess if I'm with these guys, can I look about for anything on werewolves and vampires?
Alright, roll me that investigation check.
I'm good at those. Oh, wait, that's intimidation. I was about to say I was good.
You intimidate the book into your hands.
Yes.
Okay. You don't find a book on werewolves or vampires, but you do see a book which makes you think of werewolves. You find it's similar to the Bible book that Eos has got, but this one is called The Night Descends.
What was it called again? The Shining. One I have. Shining.
Can I flip through it to get an idea what it's about?
Yes, it appears to be basically the equivalent of the Shining script, but for Mother Night.
I'm sorry, what? It's
basically a Bible for the other god of this land. But from what you understood, based on talks with Eos and the barkeep, the werewolves do worship Mother Night.
Okay. How much is this? Looks like an interesting read.
That one will be 7 copper pieces and 2 silver. Actually, 1 silver.
How much is that in electron pieces? I don't have any copper. I only have a single silver.
Electrum is half a gold.
Yeah, so
Just give him a gold and do the math later.
How much was it? Silver and.
Yeah.
I'll just give him 2 silver. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That one's on me.
Well, I was going to give it you anyway because you seem like you'd be interested in all this religious jargon.
Oh. What is it about? The
It's about Mother Night.
Ah,
And I figured, well, I was trying to find a werewolf, but this was the closest I could find.
well, it might have some insight into them. And we do plan on going to the werewolf den at some point.
Yeah,
Thank
kind of figured that. The more we know, the better. Well, the more you know, the more the rest of us know.
Thank you. Take that book. Pocket that.
Insulted.
What was it called? The Mother Night?
It's The Night Descends or something like that.
Yep, and the night descends.
Sounds like a young adult novel.
All right.
To say it sounds like a Twilight book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking for Twilight, but it just didn't come up.
No. Yes, so. And now I will quickly jump over to Hellweir.
Yeah.
Right, you have headed back to the stockyard.
Yep.
It's getting fairly late, but there's still the two people from before. And, yeah, and the wagon. And you notice, Rictavio dropped something into the top of it before walking away.
I'm gonna try and catch his attention before he gets too far away.
Ah, yes, Hellweir, wasn't it?
Yes, that's correct.
How may I be of assistance?
I know there's not, well, much in this land or in this town. I was wondering if you could point me in the direction of something along the lines of a apothecary or of that nature,
Let me...
or may own something along those lines
You have-
yourself.
You have one in your party.
I don't know that.
Yeah, I mentioned it when we
Oh,
were in-
yes, I do. Sorry, yes, my mistake. I forgot about that. It's fine.
What exact... He thinks for a moment and goes, what exactly are you looking for?
I trust I have your utmost confidence.
Of course. I don't tell tales unless they're worth telling.
Suppose someone wanted to find something in a liquid or powder form that could harm others.
I'm
just...
Yes, just spitballing, purely hypothetical, I'm sure.
Yes, of course.
Now, would that be... Would you prefer slow, instantaneous, obvious?
Not obvious, no. More... something...
Perhaps
something...
a good old heart stopper.
something along those lines, yes.
Well, I probably shouldn't do this, but he looks about, goes, wait here a moment, and he goes round to his wagon and goes round the other side so you can't actually see him, and then comes back with a small box.
Right.
Now, this would normally be a healer's kit. Normally. However, in the right hands and with the right things, perhaps. You know, you could use that. Of course, you'd have to have some knowledge of what you're doing, maybe a knowledge of
course.
medicine, but I will give you this because I'm sure you more are interested in saving someone from such a dastardly thing.
Yeah, of course. It's
So I will sell this for 7 gold pieces.
I will happily pay 7 gold pieces.
Yep, so he hands you a healer's kit.
Is that healers in brackets? Yes.
No, it is actually a
Oh
healer's
yeah.
kit, but essentially what he's saying is
Yep.
like how you can overdose on certain medicines.
Right.
You could potentially overdose on some of the stuff in here. It's probably not quite as good as like the stuff you get in an alchemy kit or a herbalism kit, but
yeah, something like that would be rather difficult to find.
yes.
Okay.
Now, you fellows disappeared from town for a little while. I noticed you didn't return to your rooms. But I hear you're out hunting wolves. How did that go?
I sort of glanced down at the pelt that he's wearing fairly well. Came across a few. Relatively easily taken out. We just had a look around, really.
Well, that's fair enough. Well, should you hear any interesting tales or perhaps make some, please let me know. I'm always glad to hear of good tales.
Of course, if I hear anything or come across
And,
anything, I'll be sure to let you know.
and he nods and then goes, shall we adjourn back to the tavern? I'm hankering for some. Well, honestly, I mean, I'm hankering weirdly for some of the purple grape mash, even though that's the cheap stuff, but, you know, sometimes the worst is what you want.
Yes, I agree. Yes, let's head that way.
Yep. So,
And yeah, head back, sort of see if I can spot anyone else on the way back.
yeah, I'll say you probably don't,
Right.
um, but you get back easily enough.
That's no worries. And just sit down and have a drink.
Yep. So the
And
rest
wait
of
for everyone
you,
else.
after you've done your book shopping, are you heading back to the tavern to regroup, or are you
Was that a question at me?
basically at the party because you're all at the bookshop at the moment?
Yeah, I think we'll reconvene. Although, actually, no, there was something I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Don't really want to go there alone again, though. I say about that room in the coffin makers. There's something I need to destroy. I think I can destroy it. The teleportation circle, the runes.
Yeah. Probably a good shout.
It's only on the floor of the room. Easy enough to wrench the floorboards away. Just
I can help with that.
perfect. Although I'm just worried. I don't want to disturb the crates either. You see my worries.
Yeah.
But I don't feel safe.
Probably been hanging with you, just sort of perks up and goes, you could inform the guards. They probably won't be happy there's vampires here. Might get you on their good side.
True.
I could speak to what's his name again.
Isaac.
She literally doesn't remember his name. She knows his face. She doesn't remember names.
If you think that is a better shout, then why not?
He seems like the type who'd enjoy something like that.
Of course. I leave that to seasoned adventurers. As, if I
Let's
remember
just
rightly, that
circle.
man said that you're safe going in there, providing it's the day. It's
Right.
quite late now.
Okay. Let's destroy the circle, then tell the guards.
I mean, he did just say do it when it's daytime.
Is it daytime?
No, it's
it's
nearly
not.
9 o'clock at night.
What time was it when we dropped off the bone?
Probably about 7, 8. It's getting fairly late because you had about 3 hours before the meeting, and then you've done stuff. So
But what if? And actually, I'm gonna message this to Eos. But what if these vampires are part of the Watt family's plan for tomorrow?
I can't be sure. I don't know. Why I need to.
It could be all connected.
Should have destroyed him when I had the chance there.
Yeah.
But I really needed to get those bones back. It's obvious that there was an importance behind it.
Perhaps we can tip the guards off while we're on our way, because if anything does break down, then they don't really have much place to run if they are involved. And besides, if we tip off the guards, they go in there. There's only 2 outcomes, but all I see as evil is defeated once we return.
Eos kind of shrugs.
The guards were handing out silvered weapons, weren't they?
they did have some, yes.
So they're equipped for the job. It would just be down to their wits and their will, per se. But I'd say we go to this book club and see what the Watt family wants, or what their plan is, and then we return.
All right.
I will take you over to the Water House map then.
Cool. Is that all agreed with everyone else?
Yeah. If you guys are heading to the house, you two should head to the front, and we shouldn't be seen at the front of the house. I don't think.
You
So
can be
we,
at least 120 foot away with your message, though, can't you?
Yeah.
Guys, what about Hellweir?
Yep.
Hellweir.
He's not here.
Hellweir was back at the tab. You'd reconvene back at the tab.
Yeah, we
Oh,
would have
have we? Okay.
reconvened, yeah.
Okay, cool.
so yeah, we
Okay.
should have a wide berth of the house before we decide that the other guys decide to go in.
Yeah, we've got like an hour before we start, so we'll go and collect Hellweir.
Yeah.
All right. Do we notice Rictavio, is it?
Yeah, Rick Tarvio's there. He's having a drink. At this sort of time, the pub's got many more people in.
Making friends, Hellweir?
Yes, I went over to the. I forgot the name of the bloody place again.
Stockyard.
Stockyard, thank you. To inquire about an apothecary or along those lines, and Victoria here gave me a few suggestions.
Yes, I've been looking for one myself. Just to
I
top up
did.
on a few supplies.
I did come across this, and I'll sort of put the healer's kit on the table.
Eyes go wide, and I'm like, I've been looking for one of these for ages.
I think we need to have a very quick private word.
Okay.
And with that, I'll put it back in my sort of bag, and I'll head up the stairs.
Follow.
Now, yeah, we go upstairs and find one of the rooms, sit down. I was talking to Rictavio about means of, let's say, harming people with such things as herbs or...
You don't need to beat
Yeah.
around the bush, Hellweir. We're talking about
I've
poison.
been Yes, basically. I was trying to be tactful.
I
He
see.
didn't know of any to a degree. However, he did say that using something like this, you are able to increase dosages to harm and or kill.
Well, let's see what you've got. And I think
I'll just slide it over.
Eos will, with an experienced hand, like unpackage the healer's kit, looking over it bit by bit, inspecting the quality and the tinctures, if there is anything of that nature which you speak, and see if I can come up with an idea of what to make from it.
Yep, roll me a medicine check.
Mm-hmm. I guidance myself.
Yep. At this point, I'm virtually... At that point, I'm just like,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, Eos is very proficient in medicine.
Yeah, there's definitely some stuff here, because there's a lot of medicines which, if the dosage is even off by like a small amount, it can be quite dangerous. Or if they're prepared in slightly different ways.
Okay.
Are you able to create anything like that before we go to the Richter's house?
Is that can I do that, DM?
Yes, I'll say in this case it would be an alchemist kit check, because you'd probably use your tools and stuff from that. So you have the kit, right?
Yeah, I do. Okay. And
So,
one last question: will the healer's kit still be usable as a healer's kit after?
yeah,
Cool. Perfect.
I'll just say this will use one of its uses. It
Have
says-
you ever worked with poisons before, Helwig?
Oh, sorry. I have not, no. This was a quick one, James.
Yep.
Would I know from how I was raised about the different sort of types of elf and what their more specialities are?
Roll me nature. No,
No? Damn it.
but I will say, elves tend, at least seem to be more in tune with nature, so maybe they'd know something about it. But
I personally do not. However, I wonder if it's something that Raven may know about, as
I'll be right
he's
back.
been very he's been very quiet about his past, but he has said that he used to do some very shall we say dodgy things.
I merely ask because applying them and using them incredibly dangerous. Normally,
Yes, I thought it could be.
normally I wouldn't wish a poisoned death against my worst enemies. It's a horrible way to die. But
I agree. However, this is what I was talking about Plan B with the Richter's house.
indeed,
Just as a backup if things don't go to plan.
right. You'd rather have it and not need it than
Need it and not have it, exactly.
exact. And I'll be carefully pouring mixtures into a vial. And also, what kind of poison did he want? Did he want like one that would go onto his weapon, or did you want to try and like have an ingested one, or
It would be more of a case of what would you suggest, as this is out of his league or out of his depth completely. He was just thinking of ideas.
okay. I'll do my best, perhaps, to make one that's inflicted on wounds, and if
Okay.
I can't do that, then I'll make one that's ingested, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe even a separate roll for each.
kit check.
Okay, I'm gonna add my wisdom to this. 'Cause
Yeah, I would say wisdom.
22.
And guidance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the cancer.
Yeah, you're more than capable of creating
Jesus.
inflict wound poison. And essentially, what you've created is basically vial of poison that would normally a vial of like a healing liquid which should normally be injected, but in this case it's been sufficiently concentrated to be poison.
Okay.
Okay. Did you say
Oh, very.
how much damage is that? And what's the DC on it as well?
Let me think for a moment, because poisons are really not something I work with very often. It's an injury poison.
They can be very powerful poisons, but they're usually only good for one use. So
I would say. I'll say. With that roll, yeah, I will say 3d6, but DC 12.
T12, okay. And then half if they pass.
Yeah.
Okay then. I'll make a note of that.
Okay. And did I get just one use out of that, or was that?
Yeah, basically.
Alright. So be very careful. When you're applying this, just coat the very top of the blade, the edge. Don't try to get any of it on your skin.
Yep.
And good for one strike. Make sure you don't
Make
miss.
it count. I will thank you for the assistance. And what I'll do, because I'll actually slide the healer's kit over to him in its entirety. Well, over to her, sorry.
Thank you. I will endeavour to use this if things go badly as well. I know how to apply bandages and such, and you can start to see her, rather than pack it all away, you start to see her pocket different things into pouches or slings, etc. Basically, so all the bits are like at hand, ready.
Yep.
And alright, healer's kit. Blink.
Yeah, so with that, I'll remove it off of mine.
Cool.
Yep. And so it's got
yeah, there we
9 uses left.
9 uses left.
Yep.
Not bad for only 7 gold.
Yeah, that's incredible. I say that Rick Tavio, he must really see you as a good friend to be able to sell it to you for that much. Everything else here has been overly expensive, extortion.
Well, we've told him a few good stories, and I did say that if we came across any more, I'd let him know. I haven't told him about the fun we had at the vineyard. I thought I'd leave that for now. But yeah, he seems like he could be of good use and good help.
Yeah, good to have friends. Alright.
Especially in a place like this.
Okay.
With that, I'll head back down.
Yeah, I'll finish packing up and head back down as well.
Right, and with that, it is approaching the time when you need to basically go to the Wachter house.
Alright.
Still got 5 minutes to 9 yet.
It's actually, yeah.
Well,
Think
we'll be
about that.
early, won't we?
Considering the, well, it's going to take you 5 minutes to walk there, maybe.
Fashionably early.
Fashionably.
I would like to talk to Eos once we're outside.
Yep. You're on the walk over there, so any RP opportunities, take them.
It would be outside once the whole group is dispersed.
Oh, right. So you get before you
outside
head
the
in,
door.
basically.
Yeah. So, why did you choose me?
We've been a good team in the past, side by side, when things have been at their worst. And, well,
I
I know you wouldn't leave me behind if something did happen. Not saying the others would, but I feel like I trust you.
He kind of like scratches his head and just like looks off a bit. Yeah, but I mean, you got Porky, who's like all big and strong and powerful, like a mountain. You have Elias, who can talk his way out of a charging bull, and you have the sneaky ones in which Raven and Hellweir can literally slink off into the smallest of shadows.
But whereas Porky has great strength, I don't feel they'd be as tactful in a sociable encounter. And whereas Hellweir is very sociable, I need a good strong arm wielding a shield by my side if things do go south. So you're a good balance of both. And
I'm just glad I'm just glad that even after our disagreements you still have faith in me. I'm
that's
just glad you're on my side.
well, by that sentiment, I believe I respect you more for that. For sticking up for what you believe.
Yes. It kind of like almost tries to force himself into like a stern look, but you just see like a smile creeping. We should get this over
Alright.
and done with.
We should. And, yeah. Have you got a book?
Books are for nerds.
Oh dear.
If you
Alright.
say this loud enough, Porky just responds with nerd.
You're supposed to be hiding.
Shh.
Yes, man.
Alright. Once
Nerd.
everyone's in position, I will knock on the door.
Do.
You are greeted by the same man as previously greeted you. He sort of just looks at you and says, come in, come in. The mistress is upstairs waiting.
Thank you. We'll walk on in. I hope you don't mind our attire. We're all armored up with straight from the stockades.
It is fine. The mistress enjoys eccentric guests.
Ah, good.
Oh,
And
God.
I guess I've hidden my holy symbol, by the way. I've like put it underneath kind of my armor. But with that, yeah, I'll pull out the book and start to head up the stairs. And guessing he closes the door behind us.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just look out into the road as the door is closed. Kind of just give a nod and begin to walk upstairs.
Okay, he leads you through into what appears to be a library.
Are
Okay.
all those cats?
Yes.
It's a lot of...
Lady Wachter, your other guests are here.
Good evening.
Ah, welcome, darlings, darlings. How fabulous to see you. I see you've brought a nice, strong man to keep us company, Eos. You may
Yeah.
leave, Ernst. I'm sure these two know how to handle themselves in the presence of a lady.
Cade is like instantly flushed red. Just kind of like bows his head and like the pleasure is all mine.
And with that, Ernst leaves, closing the door behind him.
Okay. Should we pull up a seat?
Yes, please do.
Okay. I try to step past all the cats without crashing on
Yeah.
I
Um,
can't see the cat.
Where are these cats?
There's a lot of cats in here. Well, you can know that if Elias gets whispering. But hey,
What's happening?
There's so many cats.
He says there's a lot of cat.
You
That's a
both
book club?
notice that one of the cats has a key hanging from its collar.
ooh, which one?
This one.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, all right, that one.
Okay.
But these cats also look
It's
the sort of cats that will try to claw your arm off if you try to touch them.
right. Yeah, I keep my distance.
I pet
Is it
one.
right to have a bit of light in here? It's awfully dark. Can't read my book.
Of course, darlings. And she uses her long cigarette thing, lights some torches around the room. And I shall bring a couple of torches onto the map.
Please don't bring on the freaking random encounter map.
I want to look at the complexion of several of the people in this room.
The what?
The complexion of their skin. Do they look like vampires?
In fact, most of them, based on their attire and stuff, look like servants.
Okay. Oh, really? All right. Thing. Is this everyone? Are we
These
in one?
are the people who have been invited to the less formal of our book clubs. They're servants of the household. They have volunteered to come here, of course, darling. I wouldn't force anyone to come here, would I? Looks one of them. No, mistress, no. Of course you wouldn't. You do
Okay.
notice that most of the bookshelves appear to be empty.
What would they
They're
look
empty.
like?
Yeah,
Weird.
yeah.
So what
Oh.
are we going to be reading?
Well,
What's the topic?
the topic, of course, is politics, darling.
Of course it is.
And if I judge that you're of the appropriate mindset in regards to the politics of this land, I may take you down to the more formal of my book club. And should already be heading down there to lead them, or at least keep them entertained whilst I speak with you.
So your guest
so-
won't be joining us.
Not yet, but you may be joining them in the future. Maybe a little bit later today.
Be our honor.
So, you have travelled here and been here for a number of days. What do you think of our humble little town?
Well, if I may speak honestly,
Honesty is the only policy.
I'm being pretty appalled. The way those people have been treated in the open square. Just terrible behavior. And the annoying festivals. Apparently the people are sick and tired of them.
And everyone is so happy.
Well, happiness is only skin deep. Well, theirs is anyway.
There were some ghastly heads on spikes when we first arrived. Those poor wolves.
Well, that's at least one thing that I can agree on. It's useful to try to deter the other wolves, but it hasn't exactly worked, has it, darling?
Ha 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 ha.
And that's what I was going to say, yes. Death to the wolves.
Yes. Death to the wolves.
Right?
Yes. So,
Unless wolves are
if
good.
if there was to be a change of things, would you be willing to support us should the Burgomaster suffer an accident, perhaps?
As soon as she says
Purely
Burgermeister,
hypothetical.
yeah, as soon as she says Burgermeister, I feign a. I don't even feign it. I guess I just show a look of disgust and scoff, like, ugh, the Burgermeister.
Yes, he's not exactly the most popular.
But what do we have here that will be put forward onto the table?
Well, there. To know that, you must know a little bit about the history of this town. Essentially, the Valakovich family, which the Burgomaster is part of, have this town by birthright. But if they don't have it, then it goes to the next family in line, which is my family, as it would have it. And I believe that, well, all of this nonsense in regards to the von Zarafich line should be put to rest, as should the Burgomaster.
Right. Yes. Turn a new leaf, so to speak.
Yes,
Out with the old, in with the new.
this town is so convinced due to the Burgomaster that Lord von Zarevich, Count von Zarevich, is a tyrant, but he's no tyrant. At worst, he's a negligent landlord.
Hmm.
And as such, with this town under the control of someone who truly wishes to see it thrive, I would be able to make deals. If I can make these deals, then this town would be, of course, safe from the ministrations of Strahd. Perhaps on occasion, there may have to be a sacrifice of some kind or some sort of tribute, but
So what you're saying is you want to take out the Burgermeister to put in somebody in place for Strahd, or bring Strahd here?
in place serving Strahd. Strahd himself wouldn't come here. He's got a fancy castle, darling. If I had a fancy castle, I certainly wouldn't be here, but this town needs me. And so I am here.
And I'm sure the service of Strahd promises more than what the Burgermeister offers.
Precisely. And if I can get your support, I can show you part of what Strahd is offering.
Well, I turn to Cade very slowly. Great devotion yields great reward. We would be delighted to see what is on the table.
I would love that also. That would be definitely up my alley.
Right, both of you. Both
So
of you
convincing.
I just turned.
roll
Sorry.
me deception.
I'll bring that 20 that.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Yep.
So there's that.
Persuasion, yeah? I'm actually
Deception.
good. Oh, deception. Oh, I'm not.
We're a deception town, boy. So, sorry, wait.
Oh no!
Okay,
Oh no!
That was my inspiration.
And this is
Guidance.
what's that? Insight intelligence, right?
It's an insight is a wisdom.
No,
it's
it's in.
wisdom.
Yeah, it is wisdom. Yeah, sorry.
I am going to say that because you're both backing each other up, rather than one of you having advantage, I will give her disadvantage.
Oh, saved by the DM.
That's so nice.
That is really nice.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
She does seem a little suspicious, particularly weirdly of you, Eos. But she goes, "Then, darlings, please follow me downstairs."
We would love to. Please lead on.
You sound like
And
that's your deception as well.
After you.
I've got +6
Right.
in deception.
right, I shall. No, I don't want to bring the cats.
Please lead on.
Bring the cats.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna-
Alright, as Elias keeps on messaging in the chat, it says message, so I will be relaying almost everything I've been kind of heard, but I can only say sentences at a time. So I'm telling them that there's a cat with a key, that we're being led downstairs now, and inside to the... Are we going into the basement? Is that what's happening?
Yep, that's where she's leading you.
Okay. So I'm saying that we're in the basement now. Did the servants follow us?
No.
Okay, I'm going to tell them that there are servants upstairs, but I'm not sure if they're being there, if they're there of their own will, or if they're really being forced. Could I have rolled an insight on that? Did they really
Please
seem
roll
like?
insight.
Yeah, they seemed like generally scared, didn't they?
Yeah, they're not there of their own free will.
Okay, yeah, for sure. So I'll relay that as well. So perhaps don't kill them if you run into. But hopefully the coast is clear for upstairs. Just try not to make a racket.
As
Message back just like all the servants.
The servants who I described them, they were kind of like dressed in commoners' clothes,
Yeah.
servants' clothes. Right.
And
you did not see the spy after you left the room.
Okay. I'll say be wary though. The doorman or the spy, yes, the spy who was spying on us could still be around. Keep your eyes peeled. But for now, I think this is the best opportunity to make you move. As we
Right.
go down to the basement now.
Try and spy the
Turn
spy.
around. Turn around and tell everybody that. Wave my fingers round and I'm like, go, go, go.
Before we do very quickly, I just wanted to talk to Raven about what you told me that I knew of rough ideas for, or rough knowledge of Elven, or
Yeah.
of elves, that they're more attuned to nature than others,
Yep.
and that sort of thing. This is just a case of, do you know how to work with poisons? And things like, of that nature.
I have never worked with poisons, to be honest. I know of elven clans who are well adept at poison, but unfortunately that was not I.
I literally case I was going off stories that I'd been told, and as a rough basis, that I knew some elven clans could and did, but I wasn't sure if Raven specifically did, or of, being drow and...
That's racist.
It's not meant to be racist.
No, sorry.
It wasn't meant that way, goddammit.
I know it's
Sorry,
a
it's
joke,
me.
don't
Yeah, I know. So, that's a no then.
While of course I did work in the darker side of things, my forte was never in poisons.
Right.
A lot of people, but it was never through poison. So I'm sorry, but I cannot help you.
No, that's not a problem.
Oh god, it's so dark.
I'm gonna leave it. Leave the poison in the vial for now. I'm not risking this right now.
Okay, so I will.
Especially because Actually, no, I will do. I will attempt to put it on my weapon, but before I do that, I will read my protection from poison scroll.
That is fair. Whilst you're doing that, I'll just move over back to the other group quickly, just for a
Yep.
moment.
Like, well,
Um, As
Yeah.
Lady Wachter reaches the bottom of the stairs, you hear her mutter the words, "Let the dead remain at rest," and then continues to, walk, and eventually arrives at what appears to be a blank wall. There are footprints near the door, and she basically pushes against the wall and opens it to reveal a hidden chamber. And then this one closes behind them. Flickering candles in iron holders fill this room with light and shadows. This room has a 10-foot high ceiling and a large black pentagram inscribed on the stone floor. At each point of the pentagram rests a wooden chair. Seated in 4 of the 5 chairs are men and women in black robes with hoods. They rise to confront you initially, but upon seeing this, seeing the ladies with you, they stop and resume their seats. And now we'll move over to the other group to see what they are doing.
So I guess we're not reading James and the Giant Peach.
No, that was last week, darling.
Oh, damn it, I missed the best one.
Today, we are reading
The Holy Sacrament.
Right, so I will head to the others. So what are you guys doing?
We're doing the sneaky sneak.
Okay.
Porky was supposed to stick with Irina, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Irina is here with you.
We're just
Saying,
gonna stay out the way until needed.
And Elliot is basically on comms, so...
da-dun,
Mm-hmm.
da-dun, 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 da-dun.
Right, so I would like the 2 of you who are sneaking in to roll me stealth checks.
Do I put the poison on my blade? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll remove the protection from poison. Oh god, stealth. Oh, fuck it up now. That works.
You're not humming... You have the urge to hum your theme tune, but decide against it. It didn't seem to work last time.
Nope.
Now, how are you 2 planning to enter the building? You can see that there is a door here which looks like the entrance to the cellar.
I can't see a thing because dark vision.
That is true. Well,
I'm sort of following Raven.
Raven can see that there is a door here.
So yeah.
I'd say you probably have scouted round, so you also know
Yep.
there's a door here which leads in the back, and of course you've got the front door.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to go through the front door, definitely not. So, he's going to head round this way.
I will wait. Where? I'm lost. Thank you.
So, and he basically points to our 2 choices. We have the back door and the door that looks like it possibly goes to the cellar.
Well, that's where they are, isn't it? The cellar or the basement.
Do we know that? Have they passed that information on?
Yeah, that was passed, I believe.
Okay. I wouldn't potentially go directly into the cellar then, just in case we cause a racket. So maybe going in through the back door and trying to see if there's a way in through there.
Yeah, I agree. Let's give that a try.
Alright, so we'll do the back door then.
Okay, and this door does appear to be locked. Yep.
Shall I do
Right.
that? Because I'm sitting on like +7.
By all means, if you want to give it a try.
Yeah, I'll
I
give
mean,
it.
one of you can help the other to give advantage if you wish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, did that roll? There we go.
That is. Yep, that is enough to pick the lock.
Okay, I will very quiet. I'm going to go behind Raven because Raven can see more than I can.
Yeah. What I'm gonna do, just quickly, I'm just gonna make an edit to Raven's token for the moment.
Upgrade!
No, it's basically I'm gonna temporarily allow. Oh, Cam can see that token, so Cam should be able to see what they're seeing, right?
Let's take a look. Yes.
Okay, so just for streaming purposes, of course. So I will open this door for you, and you can go in.
It'll push it very, very slowly just to make sure it doesn't squeak on its hinges or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yep, that's fine. With the high thieves tool check and the high stealth checks, I'll say you've probably like oiled the hinges and
Oh, I've lost sound from James.
Discord?
James?
Yeah, there you go.
Discord went blip.
Sorry guys, technical difficulties. Trying to get it up now.
I'm back. Went down for a moment.
Oh,
Hello.
oh,
Oh
Hello.
God. Discord went.
Boop.
Discord went out for about a minute or so.
We'll
Hello.
pop to a quick break just while we sort this out, and we'll be back in just a moment.
okay.
Welcome back, everyone. Apologies for that. We had some slight technical issues due to Discord being Discord. Maybe it got affected by the Rona, who knows? But anyway, so the two of you, that is Raven and Hellweir, have snuck in through the back door of this small, fancy house. There is a door open to your right. Well, actually, with the way you're facing, it's the left, but it's this way.
Okay.
Okay, I will follow Raven.
What I will do, just so... Where's my sheet gone? There's she. There it is. So we have a little bit of a source of light. I do have dancing lights. So
Yes.
I will do that.
And
So
I
there's
will,
little glowing orbs.
and I will drag on the dancing lights token.
Oh, he's my little crown.
Who keeps making goo noises?
It's Elias's message spell going off every 6 seconds
Right.
between
think
Hellweir and Eos.
you should have the ability to move that token.
Okay, I can't actually see it at the moment. I think it's underneath Hellweir or something right now.
Can you see it now? Should be on top of you.
Nope.
Okay. Can you see it now? Here.
Yes. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, you should be able to move that.
Nope.
Okay. Now you can control her.
Ah, excellent. Okay. Right. So you said to the left.
Yeah, so basically the way that where that thing is currently.
Okay, so this side. Okay.
Yeah. Because you'd have
Right.
come in obviously facing towards like the south of the map because you came in from the north, so right, so 10 feet from there.
Okay, he will kind of sort of gently test the door handle.
What,
Just
this
to
one?
see if it. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's easily opens.
No creaking or anything like that.
Nah, it's fine.
Okay, cool.
I will.
He peek inside first. He's not going to go all the way in. He's kind of going to crouch down so Hellweir can kind of get a look into.
Okay.
Yep.
Bit of there. Couple of things quickly. Right. Right. This appears to be a servant's bedroom. Looking at it, no one's in there currently.
Okay.
Furnishing in this room are bereft of imagination, 4 simple beds with equally austere wooden chests.
I mean, he's kind of like in 2 minds about whether going in there because it is servants' quarters. So he feels bad for them in the sense of he doesn't really want to steal from them. He kind of looks at Hellweir and he's just like, should we go in or should we look elsewhere?
I think our main focus is to look around and sort of find where everything is.
Hmm. All right
We
then.
can
Let's
go in
go
and
in
have a
then.
look.
You take
Okay.
2 and I take 2.
Yep,
Cool.
that sounds good to me. And I am going in with my scimitar sort of half drawn as a
Yep.
ready.
Right. Okay.
Okay, you guys can roll me investigation checks, I guess.
That's how happy you looked about that, Jamie.
Because that's literally what's happening.
Yeah, between the two of you, all you find is like servants' clothes and stuff. Looks like dirty clothing, so maybe these are like laundry hampers or something.
Okay.
Or maybe their clothes are just naturally dirty.
I'm gonna have a look under one of the beds, just as a off chance they've
Yeah.
hidden something sort of under a bed, or
Yeah.
so sort of hands and knees peeking under a bed.
A hand reaches out to grab you. No, it doesn't. I'm joking. You don't see anything.
Alright then.
This room is
Oh.
bereft of imagination.
No, there's
Is this-
nothing in here.
Is this another door here?
There is a door there, but based on your rough knowledge of the layout, you think that will probably lead into like the living room area.
Right. Okay.
Mm,
we could go back the other way or go through this one, which looks like it's probably going to be the living room.
which means there could be people there.
Is there like a keyhole I could peek through?
I'll say yes.
Excellent.
Okay,
shall have a
roll me a
peek through the keyhole.
perception check.
17.
Yeah, you see the guy who is at the door lounging in one of the sofas, grumbling to himself.
Hellwood, he knows thieves' cant, doesn't he now?
Yep.
Yes, I
Being a
do.
rogue? Excellent. So, in that sense, instead of, talking loud, he's just going to use
Yep.
thieves' cant to knock out like a code to say
Alright.
spy in there.
We'll sort of do the same back. Shall we move elsewhere or go in and try and deal with him?
2 may not be enough. We don't know. Maybe check other places.
Okay. Yeah, we'll leave that for now.
Okay.
I guess we'll go back through this other door then.
Yep.
So we got 2 other doors here, yeah?
Yeah, this one is also open, but it just looks like it leads into a closet.
How fancy do the stuffs look in there, if it's a closet?
Very poor. It looks like servant's gear again.
Okay. No, I'm not stealing servant stuff.
Yeah.
And the other door?
That's open. In there, you find yourself in a storage room with barrels, one of which is marked as the Wizard's Winery Red Dragon Crush.
Ooh. Look. It's the wine.
Isn't that the really cheap one, or is that the expensive one? I can't
That's
remember.
the middle one.
That's the middle one, yeah.
I'm just thinking, I don't want to really be digging around in the boxes, especially after the incident at the coffee makers.
No,
And what
no,
he
not
said
at
was
all.
in boxes.
At least we know where some wine is.
Yeah.
The door to the south is open.
They haven't got very good security here so far.
I don't think they're expecting anyone to be stupid enough to break in.
Put 2 idiots together and you do have someone stupid enough.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right, can we have a peek through this one first before we go in as well?
Yep.
Yeah.
In this room, this is a kitchen.
No
Is there
living
anyone in there?
person or dead?
Nope.
No?
Empty at the
Okay.
moment. But you were told
Oh.
that the servants were upstairs.
Hmm.
Right.
In we go.
So, sort of carefully go through there.
Yep.
If you look outside, you see Elias just wave at you through the window
Hey!
from afar, just like thumbs up. You're doing good.
We still haven't found any way of getting to the cellar though.
Were you planning for the cellar?
Oh,
That's where
relay
they
that.
are.
Don't come to us. You're supposed to be looking for stuff. I don't know. Incriminating evidence. I don't know.
Well, it'd be good to
Okay.
know where we can go in case we need to get to you as well.
So I've messaged Elias, and if Elias is messaging it back, then I've basically explained that there's a hidden passage and a phrase to actually get inside of it.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Let the dead remain at rest.
And you were told it was in the servant's closet.
Yeah. But
The servant's closet. The servant's closet was up there, wasn't it?
Yeah, back here.
Yeah. Okay, so at least that is potentially where the cellar.
you also know that
Entrances.
there's a cat with a key
Not
on the
seen
upper
any cats
floor.
yet.
Yeah, they're on the first floor.
I think looking upstairs might be an idea.
Yes.
Do-do. 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 Do-do.
Yep.
Go through. Can we get through here?
Yep, it's open. And you are at the stairs now. And at this point, I would like another stealth check from each of you as you try to creep up the stairs. Assuming that's where you're going. Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, Hellweir was struggling until the dancing lights was there, but now he's sort of looking at you, and it's just like you seem to have like there's bits of like artwork and stuff in the hall, and you seem to position yourself in just the way that like bits of your body just seem to suggest you're part of the painting. You basically become one with the background.
What I'll do with the dancing lights, I'll almost kind of like give it to Hellweir so he can almost hide it if he needs to underneath the cloak or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, unlike the bell.
Yeah, that's fine.
Now all I can see is Raven practicing that in his mansions.
But pretending to be the paintings, a bit like Anna in Frozen.
Yeah. Right, so you're
Yeah.
heading upstairs. So let
He's
me
got nothing better to do.
just reposition you, and then I will take you upstairs. Okay. Now, as you get upstairs, you can see that this door here is open and torchlight seems to be coming through it.
Okay.
And there is a door here that you can see, and I'd probably say you would see this door fairly easily.
Right. Just where to go.
Do one.
We would have known which room was the study, wouldn't we?
Yep, which is this one. As you get there, you can see it is full of cats.
I found the cats. There
And
is a lot of cats.
with your passive perception, Raven, you do notice that this one has the key round its neck. But I will say that also with your passive perception, you can hear conversation coming from in that room. Above the meows.
There's not just cats in there.
So Elias messages you saying that you could pretend to be late arrivals to the book club.
It's certainly possible. I think maybe we should look around for any more evidence or things like that first.
Yeah, I'd say probably like a just in case you get caught sort of thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say that those servants in that room you're describing, the ones with the cats, are the ones where the servants are like held against their own will here. They
Right.
don't want to be here. They're not the enemy.
Okay.
You
It's
said there
good
was
to
another
know
door.
we need it.
Yeah. There was another door a little bit further down as well, wasn't
Yeah,
there?
you saw this
Yep.
door, but now that you're actually up on the floor, you can see this door, and this door.
There's a lot of doors. Alright, I'll have a quick peek through the keyhole over here.
Okay, perception check.
11.
You can't see anything, but you feel like you can hear snoring.
Okay. Is there anything of interest in the other ones that hell where?
Yep, I'll have a look in this one.
Okay. Roll me that
Big
perception.
old job.
Okay, very nice. And this one definitely has a keyhole. This room is musty and dark. An iron-framed bed fitted with leather straps stands near a wall. The place has no other furnishings. You can see a young woman in what appears to be a soiled nightgown.
Concerning.
Uh-oh. Poopy.
Yeah, that. I don't like the look of that. I don't like the look of anything in this entire bloody place.
Creepy
Yeah,
cat.
I passed that along to Raven by a thieves' gun.
You can see him scowling a little bit.
And I'll say that with that, you can definitely tell that this door is locked.
We'll definitely have to let the others know about that.
Yeah. Can
Shall we
you?
check these? Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, I was just gonna say, can you do that spell that Elias is doing?
No, but it doesn't matter because every 6 seconds he's
Okay.
between Eos and you, Helwea.
Right. I'll pass that across to Elias to pass through.
You just hear it. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps someone else is being held here against their will. Perhaps they need help.
Is this a door as well, James?
Yep. As is
I'll have
this.
I'll have a peek this side.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let the nat 20 roll over to this one. You can see a
Oh, thank
man
God for that.
shaving on the bed.
Right.
Right, you, Raven,
that.
you see this as a bedroom. Across from the door, fire sputters and struggles for life in the hearth, above which hangs a framed family portrait, a noble father and mother, their 2 young sons and a baby daughter in the father's arms. Sons are smiling in a way that suggests mischief. The parents look like uncrowned royalty. Wood paneling covers the walls of the room. A closet and a framed mirror flank a curtained window to the south. To the north, canopied bed lies pinned between matching end tables with oil lamps. Stretched out on one side of the bed is a man dressed in black, his eyes each covered with a copper piece. He bears a striking resemblance to the father in the painting.
This place is really creepy. Eyes covered with copper pieces.
Yep.
Does he look like he's breathing?
Let me just check how this.
Perhaps it's a new beauty regime, you know, like when you put the cucumbers over your eyes.
No, I'm thinking not.
You're not sure initially. Roll me another perception check to try to focus on that.
Because of course that's an old thing from like Victorian times, isn't it? Putting copper pieces on the eyes of the dead.
Yeah, this guy ain't breathing.
He's dead.
And
He's just like, yep, we've got a corpse.
based on the positioning, it looks like he has been here for a long time.
He's going a bit off.
And it weirdly, he doesn't appear to be decomposing at all.
That's
You
even
can't
more
smell
worrying.
anything, but this does look like the master bedroom.
Yeah, we don't want to go in there.
Sorry, I lost half that. The chat went down on me again.
That sounds
Yeah.
like bad news.
Yeah.
Yes. This room is bad news. Definitely bad news. We don't want to go in there.
If they're asleep, I mean, dead.
Roll me. I'm gonna say roll me an insight check, Raven.
Okay. Well,
Unless you're mistaken, this is a corpse, and based on the fact that this is the master bedroom, it would appear that the lady of the house is sleeping next to a corpse each night.
Ooh.
oh god, that's something out of a gothic horror novel.
Ah.
I just had like a moment of realization. Perhaps
But there is another
Strahd.
door.
Promise
Yeah.
is something about bringing back her late husband. Well, that's just a guess. What is happening down here in this pentagram meeting
I
of
will
love?
I will go back down to these two now because you guys have kind of explored everything in there.
Yep.
So, right. The Lady Wachter pulls out what looks like a stack of paper, like not properly bound, like it's a book but not like properly done. And she begins to recite from it. It appears to be a poetic manifesto attesting that the worship of devils can bring happiness, success, freedom, wealth, and longevity.
I don't suppose we're thinking about reading anything a little bit more light-hearted, perhaps?
She chuckles. Of course not, darling. It is only by doing this that she makes a gesture with her hand. And
There isn't any light in this room, by the way. Even though I can see that there's candles.
Oh,
Probably need
really?
another torch down here.
Yeah, let me just grab.
Let me just
Those.
cast sunlight.
There you go.
Okay. First question I want to ask. Is there any visible exits other than that secret door that we just came through?
Nope.
Can I double check that? Triple check that?
Yep.
Just for my own...
Roll
just
me a
for my
perception check.
own- Okay. Literally just for my own
No.
peace of mind. That's the one. Okay, cool. That's right. Good. Alright.
Yeah.
And which is the door that we just came through? Was it behind her to
Here.
the right? Oh, down
No,
there.
here.
Okay, so we've kind of been shuffled into the corner here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll actually remove that just so you can sort of see
Ah,
where it is.
Cool, cool.
She says, "Why would we want to read something more light-hearted, darling, when we can do things like this?" And then she mutters some words, and then suddenly in the pentagram, a few electrum coins, one for each person present in the room apart from the lady, are scattered onto the floor, and each of the men and women in masks picks them up.
Okay.
Through the worship of devils, as in my treatise, we can gain riches, wealth, and more, darlings. Why would you want to talk more on a boy who ate some glowworms and found a giant peach?
Well, coming to a book club, I thought maybe something more on the fantasy world would be quite relaxing. I mean, after all, isn't that what we're trying to do here, is escape the harsh reality that is of today?
Which is why I read this, so you can find a way, so I can tell you a way to escape those things, darling.
Forgive Cade, he's simply a strange sense of humor, that's all. But yes, we're mostly interested in this offer that you said Strahd would be giving you in payment for his service, or do you serve someone else behind the curtain?
My family have a long-standing loyalty to the von Zarovich line, and it is not so much what I can gain if I was to rule here and make negotiations with the devil that we all know. It is what the town can gain. For if we are on Strahd's side, the wolves will not attack. The Vistani may even be able to transport us out of these lands so we can trade again. Like was rumored in a long time ago. For only those loyal to Strahd can leave.
Of course.
So it's not all strictly personal means. You're thinking of the people's welfare and...
Of course. In the words of a great scholar, for the greater good, darling, for the greater good.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah,
Does he really
please.
care about the townspeople?
Yeah.
Yep.
Or does she only care for herself and her...
She certainly seems intent on ruling the town for herself, but she seems to genuinely believe it will be better.
Hmm.
I think this sounds like a done deal.
What is this devil demon worship you speak of? That's a new spicy addition to the mix.
Well, of course, we need wealth and allies. And in a town like this where everyone is scared, we need allies from other places.
And what of the church? What's your plan with that? Because from my understanding with Strahd, I'm pretty sure he's not going to be too fond of the church, is he?
Well, that is up for Mother Lucian to decide. As for me, I have no interest in the church.
Mother Lucian?
I have Mother Lucian, that was the priest there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
After all, it is quite well known that the Morning Lord does not hold much power over these lands anymore. It is in the knights that we must trust.
But what if the people need to see the light of day? What happens to the crops?
I say, in response to that... Oh god, no, never mind, don't worry. Ignore me.
She just smiles and goes, that will all be taken care of. But for now, that seems a good time to wrap up tonight's session of the book club.
Oh.
And that is also where we'll end tonight's session. Because I believe that at least one member of our group needs to be elsewhere shortly.
Yes, indeed. But, God, would I have been so on edge?
Right. So, everyone, thank you for watching. Thank you for playing. And feel free to keep watching because we're about to go into The Last Resort Company, a Tomb of Annihilation run through, with a group not including anyone here apart from Chris, who is running, at least as far as I'm aware. If you missed part of this, this will be up on YouTube on Wednesday. But also feel free to join us on Friday at 6:30 for the main campaign. And for our other campaigns, please feel free to look at the schedule below. But for now, we will wrap up, and I shall say good night and sweet dreams.
You're doing it in such a creepy way.
Bye.